Yeah, and now we live.
We
All
are
right.
live. What's good? What's good?
Yo, we really was finna start.
Do the whole live.
Get a whole live, not be live. Yeah.
Like, where is everybody? They
I
sitting
was
there
like,
like,
yo, ain't nobody in the comments yet. And I just happened to look up in the corner and they gave me the option. They click go live.
Yeah, it says live now. 30 seconds, yeah.
Okay.
perfect.
So, yeah, man. It's your boy, LSF Rod 254, Cat Locals Garage, and Jawan Books, and united like the fucking Wonder Twins or Wonder Triplets. We are the 3 DIY Brothers, and this is the 3 DIY Brothers podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in with us.
100. Man. So the world has changed a lot since last time we were live, man. It is crazy. Hope everybody's being safe. Man. It's crazy out here. So in these streets.
That one virus is getting real.
Yeah, man. Yeah, are we even saying it or are we not saying it?
Nah.
We're not saying
I guess technically you're not supposed to say it.
Oh, what actually we on Ellis channel or who channel?
Right.
We on my channel. We can take the hit. I think I might be good enough to take the hit.
Okay.
Man, I got a backup channel. I just have to start from scratch.
I didn't even say it on my channel.
That's a lot of videos to recreate. And
got no views on my live. Like, I think because I played a video game, it was like, nah, this is not the right. You're hacked. Like, because I never played a video game on there. It was like, no.
Well, no, that's pretty much the response I get on mine. Like when I play video games or whatever, like my numbers drop.
Wow, immediately.
I mean, everybody. I mean, depending upon what it is. Like if I play because I kind of started with Grand Theft Auto because it's car related. It kind of works. When I was doing that car mechanic game, it was some people that got interested.
Yeah, a lot of people like that.
Yeah, if I play like football,
no,
that wasn't even trying to hit.
Shoot, yeah.
What else? Yeah, I mean that's really all I play. It's like football, Grand Theft Auto. I was saying, Call of Duty. Some people like Call of Duty because some people play the same game.
It's so mainstream. Call of Duty is so mainstream across so many people.
Yeah,
a lot of people like that. So.
See, like now, like I don't know where everybody's at. Like I know because we've been live for maybe we need to share that or something. I don't know. I don't know if the notification ain't been going out or.
Just told Swaps and stuff. He was messaging me. He said 3 DIYs. I told him we live, so he'll be probably popping in soon. I shared it in my stories and stuff too. Let me go see on YouTube. I mean, I always kind of ran with the theory to just pretend people are on here until they show up. But
yeah, I mean, I usually do. I'm just so used to like, bro. When I go live, like that should have go from like 0 to like 7, just like that, and it'd be like, whoa, what the hell? Wow. And then it's because the notifications go out. But if there is no notification that goes out or whatever, then it like the message gets lost or I don't know.
Yeah, I have
some people have been having issues with notifications, but
I'm looking at my recommended. It's not on my recommended right now. I'm looking at it.
And I think somebody was saying, I think it was Loco. Loco was saying that like the lives, if somebody's lives, it's not showing up.
Oh wait, it's in my notifications though.
It didn't show up that one day. The next day it did though.
Yep, it's in mine.
So maybe, and see, and the reason, and with it not doing it the other night, that's why I went ahead and I put it on Instagram and I put it on Facebook and like a couple more places, just so that it was kind of gave people a heads up.
What's up, Queen B? She in here.
You seen a comment?
Yeah, on the yeah, she left a comment. She said, "Hi, gentlemen. I shared out your stream."
So maybe just not seeing comments.
Yeah, we're not seeing them in here, but if you go to the actual stream, you can see them.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh no, it showed up just now.
Yeah, it's a little delayed.
Okay, there you go. There you go. There
Yeah,
you
it's delayed.
But yeah, she said
go.
New York.
Okay, yeah. The delayed effect. Yeah, I was just left from New York's live too. We were over there, me, myself, and Cat Loco. Um, we were actually gonna go at 7, but we saw his notification, so we definitely wanted to go and be able to be supportive of what our brother's doing over there, as he does come through and show us support on what we do over here. So yeah, they're apparently, obviously, there's what the dude said. Well, obviously, yeah, it's a problem with the notifications, and I don't know if they
Yeah.
are going out or not. Swap said no notification,
What's good,
which is
Swaps?
odd. Which is
Yeah,
very odd.
yeah, it is. It's a little strange, but I think our core group will get the message.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put it in the group as well, and I shared it on Facebook. And then if people are into that, they'll see it. I think most of the people that at least come to my live streams are going to see it. And then I don't know if
And because what I'm doing is like I'm making a playlist just simply for our podcast, and so
gotcha.
no matter whose channel it's on when we stream it, it'll be in that playlist of the podcast episodes, and that way people be like, "Oh, I want to watch 3 DIY about the podcast," and then it doesn't matter whose channel it's on. They just click that playlist, and then it'll take them through each and every one of the videos. So no matter whose channel it's on, it'll be comprised in that playlist, and they'll all be together.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking we should just create a separate channel.
Kind of like the like how Tall
just
Guy did.
Yeah, just have one channel called 3 DIY Brothers.
That's cool, and
Yeah.
we have different roles on it, and share. We all have our own passwords and stuff. I've seen that with like brand.
It should.
Brand pages.
It should be able to be like. I don't know if there's. They have what this called. I haven't really looked deeply into it because everything I work on is like a solo effort or whatever. This is like my first joint project, but I want to say there's something called like a brand. Like you can create a channel, like an additional channel, but it's a brand. And so we 3 would be the creators of the brand that would contribute to whatever. So that way, if we do like whenever we post from that page, it'll be 3 DIY Brothers podcast. But each one of us could do it from our phones. But whenever anything would go out, we'll be like, hey, check out this bill, or hey, check out this bill, or hey, check out this news. But whenever it would do it, it would be solely from that channel. So there might be something we look into coming up this for next podcast. Maybe we can have it set up by next podcast.
It's got Cat Loco's notification.
Yeah, because my channel's a brand.
You say you just got it?
Yeah, I just got Cat Loco's Turbo Box Chevy Dual LS Swap episode 6 honing and deglazing. I just got the notification.
Oh, yeah. You just put that video up?
Yeah, I just put it up.
Oh, okay.
But yours is showing on my notification, so saying you were live 7 minutes ago.
Swaps, I think it's the internet in general is just there's a lot more people on the internet right now. So
yeah, with everybody being cooped up inside, like everybody's inside on the computer.
What's up, Cortez?
A lot of live streaming, stuff. I was watching one of my tech channels. A lot of the merchandise or the equipment that you would usually buy to live stream is kind of sold out because it was just boom, everybody's kept inside. Then a surge, just the same way they bought up all the fucking toilet paper, they buying up all the green screens, they buying up all the microphones, like they buying up everything so that they can continue to stream or continue to get content out of on their channel. Which I mean, I can understand it. I'm just glad that I got mine before all this kicked off.
Hey, LS, the M50 did happen.
Oh,
That
okay.
happened.
Dang. The M50 crew.
M50 gang.
M50 gang.
And the M ain't for Mopar.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. He in there.
Yep.
Cortez, what's good, brother? Shoot.
Yeah, I still got to get that dummy battery, so I can have that and the cam link set up so that I can do it like that.
Yeah, the cam link
this
is a hard one too.
It's hard to get the camera right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this doesn't look bad. You know what I'm saying? The green screen effect is there, but I don't know. It's like that was one of, I guess, the better selling points of that camera to me. Like I can live stream with it, you know what I'm saying, and do my videos and take pictures, and it's a mirrorless. You know what I'm saying? It was just so many advantages of it versus, you know what I'm saying, other cameras that were out there.
Yeah, because I'm looking now. I feel like my new laptop camera looks worse than my old. I don't know why.
Might just be your lighting though, man. You know, sometimes the
it could be.
plays a big, like right now, if I took this light away, like it's just a lamp, right? It's just a regular lamp. I don't know if I can show y'all. It's just a regular lamp. But if I took it away, it'll get super grainy. Well, actually, it's a little bit more grainy.
It's so clear. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't even need that light.
Cause more light is gonna cause for it to operate at a lower ISO. I don't want to get out techie on y'all, but
right.
So I could take them to school right time. Light is what creates the photograph.
Make sure y'all go check out
the science of the capturing of light.
Make sure y'all go check out LS Sherry Riders Photography YouTube, not YouTube, but his Instagram page. Got all kinds of good photography on there.
Yes. So we're gonna do our roll call for our audience here. If y'all will let us know where y'all check it in from, we will update our list if we have any new states that are.
What state's Queen Bee from? I don't think I know where Queen is from.
I know Cortez is in Texas.
Swaps.
Yeah, Swaps is in Indy, right? No,
I thought he was in Kentucky.
Yeah. Kentucky.
I think. I'm not sure. I think Kentucky though.
Queen Bee. I'm not sure. Where you checking in from, Queen Bee?
From Texas.
Social distancing. Everybody know where Cortez from. What's up, Cortez? $29.95 for the blue tarp. Oh, the tarp has grown. I just sent it's funny that you say that. I was just talking about the tarp to my brothers, and the tarp is. I had to relocate the tarp because the tarp is growing. Let me see if I can.
It's hard to see.
Get it at Let me see if I can get it at the right angle. Nope. Hold on, let me turn the brightness down just a little bit. Maybe that'll help.
I should have put you. Yeah, moved over.
So what do you guys what do y'all
see.
think is underneath the tarp?
Yeah,
what do you guys think
is hard to see?
Styrofoam.
Yeah, I'm just putting boxes behind that now. Building a big ass hype. Ta-da! Yeah. I'm building a clubhouse, bitches. So the tarp has been eaten. So I had to relocate it and put it kind of back off in the cut because we're nowhere close to 10,000. Well, I don't know. I think it was. Did I say 10,000? Yeah, I said
500 likes, right?
On that one video.
Yeah,
which is nowhere near it. So we're just gonna do 10,000. I'll probably hit 10,000 subscribers before I hit 500 likes on that one video.
Y'all know what this is? I know some of y'all know what this is.
That is a plug adapter for the injector.
You guys ever used these before? I know some of you guys have. I'm just kind of curious of some feedback.
Yeah, that's the one that goes from the truck to the actual EV1, which is like the LS1 plugs. The more you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Cheers, nigga. Hey, you know I started out early drinking, nigga. It's lit. I ain't had nothing to drink last episode.
They just killed my Blues Clues. Hey.
Oh, did I say too much?
No, it's cool. Actually, it's all good.
That was a question for the audience, LS, not your ass.
No, but I made a little upgrade, guys. But I'm going to try these out. I've never used these before. If any of you guys have used these, let me know. I use the ones for the truck harness for the multi-tech, right? Multi-tech to whatever these are. Yeah, this is the multi-tech side, and this is the EV1. Is this the EV1, right? This is the EV1.
Yeah.
But let me know what y'all think.
Yeah, the bigger one is the EV1.
Because I thought about just hardwiring it in, just cutting these and just hardwiring it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Should I keep the jumper or just?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, that's kind of like the whole reason behind getting that adapter, so that you don't. Because if you had the original plug, then you could just cut them in, hardwire them in.
Right.
Like, I ended up getting a set from that was before I knew how easy it was to change the injectors. Like, because I had the flex fuel joints and then the truck actual connector, which is like the multi-tech one. So I was like, oh, I need adapters. I ordered the adapters to go from truck to joint, but obviously the junkyard will provide, and
it's true.
Like those injectors are real easy to just pop off and bring them on home.
Speaking of junkyard providing, why did you not grab those mounts?
What mounts?
What, the truck mounts?
The truck mounts. The truck mounts. The shells, the clam shells. You grabbed those?
You didn't watch the video today?
The ones where you was in the junkyard. He's like, usually you got to fight for these. The truck mounts. He's like, oh, it was the white Tahoe inside the junkyard.
Right. It's the one when you got the regulator.
Yeah, you thought. Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, the junkyard provide, and you looked at the regulator and you grabbed that, but you was going to grab it off the Rivy though. You was thinking about grabbing off the Rivy. Did you grab?
Okay.
Did you grab them?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, I said at the end that I don't know. It's so many videos, so long ago.
It was like that.
That's when it dropped.
Oh,
I recorded. Yeah, that's when I recorded, bro.
Like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, did I grab them? Yeah. But that is the video that dropped yesterday, because the video that dropped today is when I ran across the 6.0 in the yard. So yeah, that last video with the Rivy, then the clamp shells at the end, I was saying like, hey, maybe I should do like a giveaway of them if I end up needing them or whatever. So I don't need them, but I think that somebody else would.
So why do you want them?
I don't need them right now. I just thought it'd be good to have on hand. Sometimes you just like to inventory nice stuff like that if you can catch it. If it's that easy to grab.
That's what we call hoarding.
Yeah, that's like a hoarding.
That's why I have a tarp now.
You're just like, oh, you know what? That's why I got 3 engines in my garage and one swap almost done, not even done.
Right. I got two on stands. Yeah, just in case motors and shit. Like, who the fuck keeps a just in case motor? A DIY guy. That's it.
Right.
Hey, thanks, Swaps. Hey, just hit me on IG. And then, what's up, Danny?
Yeah, let's see who got here. We just got the notification, and it must be slow. Yeah, I think it's something on YouTube, man.
Yeah, we 20 minutes in. People just getting it.
But OC. Yeah, we got a lot more people in now.
Yeah, everybody coming in. Coming in.
Smash the
One,
like.
I had an EV6 Plus, kind of scared to change due to air and fuel ratio and being a newbie tuner.
Cortez, are you using a what is that? A wideband? Is he using a wideband?
I don't believe he had a wideband.
Okay.
He should buy a wideband soon. Cause what I believe like what he's doing is just like kind of standard tuning. I don't think he's gotten into like actually driving and doing like a street tune yet. I know that I haven't. I plan on getting one with my Trump dollars. Yeah. So yeah, part 2 of the upgrade to come. If it's a loan or not, you know what I'm saying? We've been getting a wideband and a cam. And yeah.
Another junkyard engine.
6.0 coming soon. If it was big enough, it'd be like a LSA blower. But
ooh, a Chinese turbo. I might get one of them Chinese turbo, boy.
I tell Logo, you're not gonna take me down that rabbit hole. I'm taking whatever pill takes me back to reality. My lying reality. Y'all can take the blue pill.
Turbo's as cheap as you can get, so that's reality.
I feel like turbo's easy to start off getting, but nitrous is like definitely, I feel like the cheapest. Because you can just stop. Yeah. You can get your bottle and you can just
get your bottle, you just boom.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
What's up, Rico? All right, so we got our roll call and everything. We're gonna go ahead and roll into the next section, which is gonna be past events. Since the last time we were live, basically we have had hold on. Yeah, I'm finna experiment with some stuff.
Ooh, right. A little ticker action.
Yeah, a little ticker. I was like, I seen it over there. I was like, what if I do that?
That's better. That's for sure better.
Yeah. All right. So past events since we last went live, the big showdown. Me and Loco linked. I'll wait till he get back till we really get into depth into that. I don't think there were any other major big shows or events that went on and since the last time we went live. I want to say the big showdown was probably like the biggest thing that was going on.
Right.
Yeah, because right after that, everything got shut down.
Yeah, this has kind of been going on for like 3 weeks now. I feel like
2 or 3 weeks now.
Yeah, we're going on 3rd week now.
Yeah, because I remember like the first big thing that was shut down that I'm aware of was the Arnold Classic. I live here in Columbus, Ohio, and people were pissed because it was like the same weekend, like it was like Thursday, and people had already flew in, all the bodybuilders and stuff, you know, Jay Cutler, all them, they was already here, and then he canceled. Our governor canceled the Arnold Classic, and they was like, "Oh, it's never coming back." Now we're not even thinking about the Arnold Classic. They didn't cancel the whole NBA. Like, nobody thought about the Arnold Classic after that. You know,
everything. Like that's when you kind of knew it was real. When they canceled the whole NBA, yo, like,
well, I mean, they canceled the Olympics.
Yeah, they pushed that back too. I was like,
no, they canceled it.
The Olympics is big, but you know what I mean? NBA, you know, that's a yearly. Olympics is like every 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it like NBA is like even in the off season, you're talking about when you know the season gonna start. So for them to just cancel everything, like
but the Olympics. After some people only eligible this last year.
Oh, they only eligible this year, you mean?
Yeah, like after this year, they can't compete. especially the older ones.
Oh wow,
So
damn. So I wonder if they like postpone it. Would you, if you qualified, you would participate in the postponed version? Like
I
it would
mean,
still be this series.
I mean, because like the Final Four that got canceled, and I don't think they're redoing that.
Man, that's
it's
that,
kind
Like
of
March
like
Madness. Yeah.
it kind of I don't know if y'all really watch comics, but it kind of reminds me of like a post snap. Like 3 weeks ago, Thanos snapped his fingers, and then the virus came, and now this is like life after. You know what I'm saying? Post snap. You know what I'm saying? And all these things are different and change, and we are adapting to life.
You saying adapting, but I think it's just
not me. I mean, I think other people are having like a harder time adapting me because I mean, I go to work, I come home, I'm in the garage. Same thing.
Well, I mean,
the other time.
I mean, like I have friends that lost jobs. There's people that's homeless and lost jobs.
Yeah,
and it's only been like 2-3 weeks. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's serious. It's no joke.
But how though? Like your rent ain't even due yet.
Okay, like I was watching those camera reviews, right? And one chick worked.
Mm-hmm.
She was a Disney employee.
Right.
There was like this internship for employees or college students that they got paid by Disney and housed at a Disney location. They had 3 days to get out, and they pretty much gave them a check until the end of March, and that's it. And these are people from like Italy, where they can't even go back to Italy because they don't lock down.
Wow.
Oh,
and they can't they can't stay in the place they were because Disney closed the program and they had to get out. So they're technically homeless and jobless. And that's just like one example of.
Yeah, that's just one example.
That's just one example, and that's Disney. And that's the biggest company here.
Right. We had some situations like that on my job site. If y'all don't know, I'm a union electrician and I'm an apprentice actually right now. But on the job site I was on, which is at a big company's distribution center we were rebuilding or whatever, they actually had people from Sicily. Is that a country right below Italy? It's right below there.
It's Italy, yeah.
These guys, they had a situation similar to that, where they were trying to close our job site down, and because it wasn't actually essential, and then they opened it back up, and now everybody's kind of like pissed because it's technically not essential, but they opened it. But I don't know.
So that's the same. That's like foreign exchange students, same thing. Their program got canceled, and they can't go back to where they're from.
Right.
Because they're not letting anybody in or out.
Yeah,
so,
this has been something that has really just transcended, like, I guess probably more than we're aware of. Like it's on a whole different scale. More than I was aware of. Because I'm just thinking, like, I was just thinking, like, okay, well, you know, if you just paid your rent on the first, you should at least be good to the first and next month. But
right.
you know, Loco brought up a good idea that it's bigger than, you know, your, I guess, outside the box thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because it is worldwide. It's not just, you know, nationwide. It's worldwide. So.
Yeah, so, you know, and to kind of answer some of the questions, I know Queen said is just kind of like a general, like last month we talked about, you know, Kobe, you know, a little bit. We usually kind of touch up on like what's crazy, you know, what's going on in our country, or we just kind of go through like, and then we just had some haymakers lately. So it's just been big.
Last month, it was with Kobe's passing, and then, you know what I'm saying, because it all comes back because like we are, most of us are, you know, DIY people, mechanics, automotive enthusiasts, automotive enthusiasts. So
car hobby,
but these events they transcend and they come into our niche. So we address them as not to capitalize off of them, but to relate more so with our viewership to let them know that hey, we are aware that this is going on. This is how it's affecting us, etc., so forth and so on.
Right. And then how is it affecting like your build and things like that? Like what's going to happen? Like what do you guys like? I know this was probably one of the last things you thought about was your build, right? But like now that we're talking about cars, like what impact do you think this is going to have? Like is your budget going to be significantly changed? Is it way less, way farther down on the priorities? Are you just trying to build what you have based off of what you have? What like I know for me, I got my own priorities that I'm going to set forward, and I'll explain after you guys answer. But what do you guys? What was your mindset like? You know what? Screw the projects. I got to focus on eating. What was your thought process?
I mean, for me, my situation is different because I bought my parts a year ago.
Right, that's true.
So
he kind of did spend like all year stacking.
You're right. Yeah, like
buying everything.
Yeah, I would say 1 to 2 years I spent either going to the junkyard getting parts and buying parts. So basically, I have like a whole car and parts ready to go. And because I'm working home, that actually gives me more motivation to finish. Because like, if I'm on break, I might do this. If I'm on break, I might do that. When I get off work, I'm right home, go in the garage.
It'd be like, all right.
Right. Like technically I could work out of my garage right now.
Okay.
So for me, it's easier.
What about you, LS?
For me, as you know, auto parts are essential to the craze. Initially, it wasn't really changing much. About the second week of it, hours started to change. Like we open at the same time, close like an hour earlier. So it hasn't been a dramatic change, just little stuff because we are an essential industry. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I was looking forward to it. I was like, oh yeah, they finna shut this bitch down. I'm finna go home and work in the garage. No. It was like we are essential and we got everything keep rolling along. So I still just been working and finding the time to get everything done. This past I was off yesterday and I was off today, and then when the schedule comes out for next week, I'll see which days I'm off. But I'm still just working around it. As far as and time has always here lately, y'all know since I started working at said company, that has been my biggest hurdle. You know what I'm saying? Has been time. I'm saying now it's not necessarily accumulating the parts. I pretty much got everything. It's just now having the time to do it.
I just want to say I haven't seen a difference in your videos.
That boy good.
The only difference is you ain't going live every single day. I don't think. That's the only difference.
And then like as far as like for me, one thing I noticed is remember all those deals that, and I think what was it? Classic Ride Society had mentioned it, but I was thinking the same thing. All those deals that was up around tax season, they start popping right back up. Everybody was like, "Oh shit, I guess I don't need this Caprice this year." So they back up on sale. People trying to eat. If I had the money for that, I would probably be buying, more cars. But I'm like trying to keep the money I got right now, because I don't know what's going to happen. I do think everything's going to be fine eventually if you can stay healthy and make it through the next maybe 2 months. I think things will probably get better. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. That's just my gut instinct. But I'm just going to try to, build one of my cars, which is the Regal. That's always been the primary focus as far as the builds go. I'm not going to be investing into, the Deltas or anything like that because they may just have to go, if it comes down to like I need money or whatever. I don't need to keep those cars. The Regal I got the most time in, so I'd probably keep that. But yeah, that's pretty much my mindset. And parts are coming slower. You know, I haven't bought any parts, but I've been buying a couple things on Amazon, and even with Prime now, they, you know, and I'm totally fine with it, but they've slowed down, you know, their Prime delivery, and that's totally understandable because I know those people that have to work and they don't need to be rushed because they're also it's also an emergency for them as well. So I'm patient, and you know, I'm just trying to do the best I can to stay healthy, man. That's really all I'm trying to do.
I mean, it has affected it doesn't, I don't think, for bring anything to like a complete halt, but it does kind of like bring you to, it makes you like, all right, and on toilet paper, people buying up everything. Let me prioritize and get some stuff for my family, because that's pretty much what I did like all day yesterday. Like,
you know what? I went to, as I say, I went to Walmart today and it was fine. The only thing wasn't there was toilet tissue. Like water was there. A lot of things were restocked.
Yeah, and then when I went yesterday, it was the same, but no toilet tissue. And toilet tissue is essential.
Yeah, but water was gone. And now there's like plenty of water.
Yeah.
And I mean, as long as people buy it in moderation, man. Like I don't know what the whole deal with the whole toilet paper craze was anyway, but
what is that?
I mean, all it takes is one rumor on IG or Twitter.
But what was the rumor that had?
Like you just
what was the rumor that made people start buying toilet tissue and not soap?
For all we knew, Charmin could have threw it out there, or Bounty could have spread.
Man, we're gonna blow out our inventory, man. Just tell these people.
It could have been like Charmin or Bounty employees just dropping little seeds to everybody.
Like,
that there's a shortage. Yeah.
Shortage of toilet paper.
But the funny thing too is bullets was shortage too, because people thought martial law was about to take effect.
Yeah.
So they were buying out of bullets.
But you know what? The only reason I would buy, you know, bullets, and I do have guns or whatever, but it wouldn't be for martial law. It would be to protect the house from like people trying to rob, you know, stuff like that, because they own some purge type shit.
People will be they'll be more likely to try and rob during martial law, in my opinion.
See, yeah, my opinion, if I'm arming up my house, is to protect from like burglaries, home defense, stuff like that. I don't really know the whole concept behind the martial law or whatever, the martial law.
Just think purge.
Isn't it like, wouldn't there be more like all the police and everything would be under the military at that time, right? They would all work for the military.
It'd be military.
Right. See, I don't know if y'all about this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all like here recently on Netflix, like all that's been trending is like end of the world movies. And I've been watching the shit out of them, right?
Dude,
so it's this movie Outbreak with like Cuba Gooding Jr., some other people. Anyway, little monkey comes from Africa, starts spreading the virus. That town is under martial law. Like the government controlled what went in, what went out. You know, everything was controlled by them. So that would be your example of martial law.
Did you watch the show Under the Dome? It was like a short TV series.
I haven't seen that one.
No, that was a good one. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. So like I said, I'm just saying this would be the wrong house to pop up to.
Yeah. Don't make me pop up. I'm telling you.
This would be the wrong one.
But so not to dwell on that, man. Just make sure that y'all are protecting yourselves, getting everything that you need for your family, etc., etc.
Stay home as much as possible.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a caveat off of that. Like the whole like stay at home as much as possible, but like they still letting people go to parks. You can ride bikes, take walks. Like I really don't see I don't know how well thought out this whole shelter in place was thought out, because like take where I work at, for example. People are coming in there like regular, like
The regular dudes that be running.
my tail light is out, not because like, oh my god, I need this because my car is not gonna be able to make it to work. It's like, hey, I'm looking for this harness for this radio I'm trying to install in my car. Like, bruh, it's shelter in place. Stay your ass at home. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing to like really. There's no enforcement of it, or it's not a strict enforcement.
They might be just slowly warming y'all up to it, man.
Yeah. So I mean, it may be like all right, we gave y'all the option.
Right.
Try to shelter yourself in place. Y'all didn't listen. Boom, martial law. So I don't know. That's just my.
Y'all want to get ice cream. Y'all want to go to the bar. Y'all want
to I mean, like now, like the bars, movie theaters, a lot of that stuff. I mean, those are shut down or strictly to drive-through or whatever. But like I said, where I work is people coming in there for just the same regular everyday stuff.
But I'm telling you, it was 75 today and sunny. Everybody and their mom was outside.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It was raining here all day, so everybody. Yeah.
And I mean, they do have like, if you do go to the grocery store, stay 6. Like, bro, like when I went to the store yesterday, like it was crazy because like everybody got on masks. I ain't got on no mask. I'm looking at them. They looking at me. Probably like, why he ain't got on no mask? I'm looking at you. Them like, why the hell you got a mask on? Like that's gonna save your ass. Like, yeah, because it's just a regular mask. It's not even like no hypo. It's not even a filtered enough mask to where it would stop something. So like, you still would catch it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just ready for it to be over. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm ready for it to be over.
Regular life, man. I don't know, man. You think people still gonna be on freak out mode in like 6 months, or are they gonna get over this? Even after it's over, you think people are still gonna be like freaked out? You know, like
I think people will eventually get up, bros. Like I mean, I've been around a little bit. Y'all been around a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? We have lived through Y2K, swine flu,
Ebola,
all kinds of Ebola. You see, Ebola will probably be the most recent one, and you remember how that shit came, and then Ebola's gone, just like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh shit, it's coming from Africa. It's gonna kill everybody. And then it was gone. The only thing was, I don't think people were buying up all the toilet tissue then. You know
and that's the one you would have thought they would have. That's the one where they were supposed to be throwing up and shitting everywhere.
I mean,
try to keep a straight face.
I'm gonna say I'm from Florida. I'm used to this type of shit. This happened yearly in Florida. The hurricanes. So
right, with the hurricanes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because or even here in the winter, like you can't find a shovel anywhere. I'm like,
because everybody's like, it's like, bro, it's snow every year. Exactly. Like, it snow the same time every year, and you like, oh shit, I need a shovel
or salt.
All the shovels.
Yeah, like maybe you should have been buying a bag throughout the year. Now you want to go buy 12 bags at one time.
Yeah, because like in Florida, like grocery stores, like every aisle be empty. Generators, you can't find a generator. Damn. Like during a hurricane in Florida. Even online, it'd be sold out. And like that's the one thing here, I believe, probably sold out too, but I didn't check into it because if we had the virus and a burnout, it's over.
Wow.
No.
So imagine the virus is going on and now you have no power. And you're stuck at home.
Ooh. Better hire me, man. Better hire me.
Hire me.
He said, let me slide you my business card. There's conduit money.
Yeah, go ahead and hire me real quick.
No, I mean like a worldwide like burnout,
like
blackout.
a grid. Yeah,
Yeah, grid. Yeah, the grid goes down.
blackout.
Yeah, y'all still fire me though to look at it.
Look at it.
Just to look at it and be like, yeah, it's your grid.
Yeah, it's
that'll be 1150.
It's like the same as everybody else's. It's just the grid.
Yeah, he can come out of a flux capacitor. Trying to plug it in your fuse box.
But yeah, man. Car
also, yeah. But also past events, Big Showdown was also a past event. If you weren't there, man, we had a great time. It was a beautiful event. A lot of people came out. It was a lot of Mopars.
It seemed like a lot of Chargers up there. A lot of Chargers.
Oh, a lot is an understatement. It was, man.
96% Mopar.
Yeah.
Modern Mopar.
Oh no, really 98% Mopar.
Yeah, 98.
But I mean, like me and LS can't complain.
It might not even be
our daily is a Mopar.
Yeah, I mean, it might not even been a stretch to be like 99%. Like there might be like a
98.9. Yeah.
Do you have Mopar in the garage? I know LS has Mopar. You got a Ram.
No, I mean, we both have a Ram.
That.
My wife has a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's a Mopar. I mean,
my wife got a Charger. I ain't started a channel.
Yeah,
right.
LS in a LS in the SXT, nigga. Channel coming soon.
Hey, don't front though. That 3.6 get down though.
It does, and I would never tell her that, but I always tell her like, hey, you missing 2 cylinders.
Yeah,
but yeah, between us, that 6. Because I mean, when I had the 300, it was the same way. You know what I'm saying,
yeah, but that CUDA is nice. That's coming out.
Yeah, they making some sweet iconic cars. They are. I mean, you know, my wife drives the Jeep. It's got the same 3.6 the Charger has in it, and you know, with the little sport mode and stuff. I mean, it's just with that 8-speed transmission, it's just crazy. The 8-speed is just stupid. It's dumb. That's what makes them cars feel quicker. It's the way they geared up and stuff. It's just that's what make them feel fast.
Like me, I would love to have a C8, but it ain't practical for me.
Yeah, that's dope too. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, the C8 Corvette.
I'm cool with a C5, like for real. Like I would love a C5.
The Z06 is nice. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. A C5, anything. I mean, I don't think I would want a C7 or C8 just because of the price point. But if price wasn't a factor, yeah, I would be looking at like a C8, you know. But
I'm saying I can't put no engines in that.
Right.
I mean, I mean, the Corvette is cool. The Corvette is cool. It's a very attractive car. However, it's just too small for my liking. Like I would rather a Camaro. I don't know. Granted, the Camaro is tiny. Small. Granted, I mean the Corvette is smaller than the Camaro though.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure it is. But, yeah.
The Corvette is smaller than the Camaro, and that's why I said the Corvette looks good.
The Camaro is
I would be more of a Camaro. Like but the Mopar, most of the cars are like a full size. Like when you sit off in a Challenger, I haven't sat in one, but I can look at it and tell it's a bigger car. It's not as small as the Camaro or the Corvette.
No, a Challenger has a lot of room.
It's a big boy car.
Yeah,
it's like tall.
No,
type, you know what I'm saying?
You've got my last car was a Challenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before my truck, I had a Challenger.
So,
like, big dudes like them Challengers and them. I mean, I like
the boys Mopar game.
Yeah, daily. Your daily's the same car. So LS got a Ram. I got a Ram.
I drive a Rivi daily, sir. Thank you.
Well, when it's running.
Swap said give him that 75.
LS in a LS in a 3800.
Hey, that Rivy in your video though, man, that was dope. That old that big body Rivy.
I like that body style. Yeah, like it definitely was like a much larger car.
Now, hey, Ellis, what's the one I showed you in my junk video? It was like a 70s Rivy with the leather seats and
that's
the
like
sunroof.
the 80s. Yeah, that's like the 80s.
80.
It was the generation right before mine. So it's like
it was nice,
late 70s into the 80s.
Yeah, because it looks more like the old school body style
as well.
Yeah, that's the one I really like.
In it. Yeah, if I could get my hands on one of those, I would definitely do it. A guy here in town had one. I think he just recently sold it. You know what I'm saying, he had the review on the swingers. Real nice. And it has that boxy look of the 80s and everything. It's just it's a beautiful style.
Kind of like a G body look, but not really.
I don't think I've ever been in a Charger. Charger.
Like the season in the Charger. I drive my white car sometimes, you know, but I mean, it ain't necessarily nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's a car. It gets you from point A to point B. You know, as long as it fulfills your needs. You know what I'm saying? I know that a lot of us are brand loyal.
Okay. You know okay. So, what about the 300 with the LS in it?
There was one of them at the track.
Which one is it? Anyway, I'll just show it to you. But yeah,
I don't see nothing wrong with it except for, I mean, the 5.7 is not a bad platform. I mean, the Hemi 5.7 is not a bad plat. Like, it's not like it's a terrible platform. I mean, Chevy stuff is a lot cheaper for sure, but.
And I think the reason that the LS goes into everything is because of its size, its form factor, because it still has the old school push rod design and not the overhead cam design. That contributes to a smaller form factor, which makes it versatile to put in pretty much everything, and it's lighter. So you have a weight reduction as well as size.
And people have already blueprinted the LS swap. No one hasn't really blueprinted doing a Dodge swap.
Right. Which, I mean, after doing several LS swaps of my own, like, I think that it wouldn't. I mean, after really the biggest thing is mocking it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever because I don't know why GM made the LS motor like that, but if you look at it, those where you mount the adapter plates are, bro, that was made. It's almost like GM knew. Like, yo, you can throw this in like any car we ever made.
It's so narrow.
Right. But for the actual, like, for the Hemi, I mean, I've never taken one to the, like, a Ford motor or Mopar motor out to see where the motor mounts are. But if you were able, yeah, like if like I've never done this before. Yeah, no, so I'm like if they are like kind of located in a central location where it's on the sides, you would only have to make some type of an adapter to get it to where it will mount on the frame. Once you mount it in the vehicle, other than that, it's just wiring. You know what I'm saying? Flashing the computer and wiring.
I'm telling you, once Rail and Cum Laude do his swap, it's gonna set it off.
Oh man, we didn't talk about Cum, man. We didn't talk about Cum.
Oh, the accident?
Yeah, I seen him on YouTube or Facebook, and I just wanted to say I wanted to wish him a speedy recovery. Y'all, we got to be careful. You know, we building these cars with these, these powerful engines and stuff. And I've talked with Swaps about this. And, don't build. I mean, and I'm not saying this about him, but just know that anything above 500 horsepower is a lot of power. It's a lot of power.
So what actually happened to him?
I don't know what happened to him, but I know he said he was kind of driving a little He said if he wasn't driving the way he was driving, that's kind of what he alluded to. I don't know what actually happened. I seen the pictures. He was in the hospital in a coma and everything. I don't know if you knew that. But it was after.
It's crazy because when I was at the showdown and I was recording, like Coon was on somebody called Coon like on FaceTime, and FaceTime they FaceTime to where Coon could see like when the dudes was Hot Wheels and the other dude from Nevada was like negotiating a race or whatever.
Yeah,
and I saw that he was there, and I thought in my head like, I wonder why he not here. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't say shit.
Yeah,
I think a lot of shit.
At the show, I already knew he was in an accident. I think from New York. New York told me, I think.
Yeah.
But him and Rose talking about doing like a Hellcat swap in a G-body.
That would be dope. That'd be dope.
That'd be.
The only thing about it is,
look at Ellis.
The only thing about it is, the thing about the Hellcat swaps, the price point.
The size. I think, and that's why I don't know that it will work because of the size.
It's still a push rod.
No, Coom. I think Coom's gonna do it. I mean, it'll work.
I mean, yeah. After they mock it and make, there's no already pre-made, like adapters or mounting plates or nothing like that. So everything is gonna be customly done. You know what I'm saying?
It should be pretty straightforward. You basically so imagine because pretty much a G-Body is like any other small block Chevy car, right? You just move the mounts. So if if there's any mock-up of anybody doing
motor mounts
in a Chevy
firewall,
it's the same setup. Because when we do one in a Caprice, it's like doing one in a G-Body. You starting to see that. You just had
to a certain extent. I guess like initially, like as long as it'll fit off in there, like because with the G-Body, the clearances are different. You know what I'm saying, because of the size of the frame or such
and stuff
so like you have to run different headers, like the same headers or whatever manifolds that I ran on the truck. I can't run that on the Caprice or the G-Body. Like it's different. Like while the core is essentially the same, they're going to be different things. Like I didn't run the same exhaust manifolds on the Caprice that I ran on the C10. I didn't run the same ones on the C10 that I did on the Caprice or the colors. So there's certain things that have to be attention to detail. I've heard like a power steering bracket has to be changed. Little slight things, but for the most part,
who was it? Like Richard Rollins that did the Hellcat swap in like an old school Challenger? Was it him?
I know.
I haven't seen that video.
Gas Monkey or somebody. But yeah, they've already put a Hellcat in an old school like Challenger. So, and they had to change a lot of stuff. So it can't be done.
I have to go see that. I would be interested.
No. It wasn't Gas Monkey. It was I think a dude name. It's a guy who's like he's the Mopar encyclopedia. What's his name?
Oh, Brad Holdner.
I have to see.
No. I think that's the LS Swap dude. Well, not the LS Swap dude, but the dude that's always testing the stuff with the LS motors. I could, but
I'll think of the name and tell you. But yeah, it's been done. It took had a lot of modification, a lot of money.
Swap said, "Give me the 75 Caprice photo. I'm good."
Yeah, 75 a year. Everybody want.
Rico said, "I don't like the new vet. It looked too European."
No,
yeah. European cars are fucking sexy, yo.
Lamborghini, fucking Ferrari.
I don't have a problem with it looking like a European car. Like
I'll ride the hell out of European car.
I get it as far as identity. You know what I'm saying? It still looks like a Corvette, but if you think about it, that's just like I think that Chevy and Dodge pretty much like have been following Ford, like in the way that they've been designing the bodies of their vehicles. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I agree with that one.
You mean like the Malibu and the Impala, or like the truck?
No. The trucks
with the big face on them and stuff like that.
Yes. See.
Oh yeah, that part maybe.
Yeah. I want to say Toyota came out with theirs though first. No,
but not the interior and everything else.
Usually Dodge is like the one that does.
Dodge is killing them
first. Like
Dodge is killing them.
Yeah, they usually do the most innovative stuff. Like they was the first ones. I remember coming out with like the black top edition type stuff, black wheels and the dub. Maybe when the 300 came out and they was in the marketing with like G Unit. You know what I'm saying? They had the dub editions. Like Dodge and Chrysler was one of the first people to push the envelope and bring some of the culture to their brand, like the blacked out wheels and the 20s and stuff like that.
The new Dodge has a panoramic roof.
They do have it.
No, that's what I'm saying. They have a panoramic roof.
Oh yeah, they've had the 300 had one for a minute.
Stop. Yeah. My 300, my 300 that I had one.
That Jeep Liberty back in the day had one. Like it used to peel way back like a little accordion. They had one in the Jeep Liberty back in the day.
I mean, like SUVs did it for a long time.
Yeah, they've been pushing the envelope over there at Chrysler, man.
Like BMW stuff like that.
Yeah.
Audis.
So they've been partnered with before it was Daimler Chrysler, which was a partnership with like Mercedes, and then recently they were acquired by Fiat.
What's up, Brad?
So only reason I know this is because I had to do all this training when I sold them.
Yeah, I was doing some research and Fiat, like some people joke that like my buddy Fernando, he's like I was like, yeah, the Ram outside. He's like, no, he's like, you're Fiat. I was like, I mean, yeah, technically, but at the same time, like Fiat, like is under the umbrella, but like, I mean, they make like the Fiat Chrysler umbrella. Like Fiat also makes fucking Maseratis. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want, I mean, you can call a Maserati a Fiat, just like you call a Jeep a Fiat. Just the same way you can call a Chrysler or a Dodge one. You know what I'm saying? Technically, all these Mopars are just Fiats.
They did keep some of the.
All right, Mopar guys, don't jump on me. I'm just stating the facts. Y'all drive Fiats. I was just saying.
Let me go ahead and mute my camera.
I'm just saying. Like it's all up. I mean, I drive a Fiat truck, so
I do not approve that message.
DeJuan, like, goddamn.
This isn't your channel, so it's all right.
So, like, what else? I know you had some other stuff you wanted to go through in the.
Oh yeah. Just how are you guys? How are you guys using this time of quarantine and whatnot? Are you pushing forward with your bills? Are your bills on hold? Let us know. 1 second.
I see how many we haven't chat.
Let's see. So I'm looking at the Fiat Chrysler umbrella. It looks like they have a lot of brands, like you said, Alfa Romeo, Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Lancia, which I've never heard of, Maserati, Jeep, Ram. So they got a pretty robust team over there at the Fiat company. I thought
I feel like I look young as shit on TV. on live.
Okay.
I feel like I look young.
Oh yeah, man.
Looking at the screen.
So, do you think that like live streams are a good thing for your channel? I know you don't do them, so you were saying like,
so I don't. I've only done maybe 2 to 3 lives ever in the last 2 years on my channel.
right?
And the only reason I did, I went live is for giveaways. I think I've done like three or four giveaways.
Okay.
And I just wanted to be fair, so I did it live. Otherwise, I never did like, hey, I'm gonna go live, blah blah blah. Now, I think it's important to be active on YouTube. It doesn't really have to be on your channel, but people know me through other people's chats. But I think at some point I will have to do lives. It'd be good for my channel for people to like get to know me more than just me crack some jokes through chat. You see my personality in my videos, like tonight's video. You see my twisted personality. So
yeah, it's good to do the features, like especially in the comments. I like being in the comments. You know, I think a lot of people click on channels in the comments. You know, personally, I do it. If somebody got a fly comment, whether it's really stupid or like really interesting or really smart, if it's pushing the envelope in any direction, I click on it. I'm like, who is this guy? Oh, he got one video with 2 views. Who is this guy? Or I check it out. If it's interesting, I look at it. But sometimes, you know, some people are just trolling in the comments.
well, I think example like Alice been going live for at least 2 years. I think 2-3 years I've known him. And like when we met, it's like another day. It wasn't like, oh my God, nice to meet you. You know, it's like, yo, what's up, bro? It wasn't like, it didn't feel like the first time we met to me.
I feel like if you know him.
Because he went live every day, and I feel like I already know him.
Yeah, although it was the first time we had actually met in person, but yeah, it didn't feel like like
Right.
I see you all the time.
Just like normal stuff.
Yeah, because I had to give him my hotel to come pick up something. If I didn't feel comfortable, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna meet you at the gas station or something.
I'll be by pump number 3, nigga.
Right.
Hey,
I'm in the car under the light.
What car are you in? Okay, he told me what car he in. I'm in a green car too. Hey man, I've been on like some sketchy Craigslist deals, bro. I know it can get weird sometimes.
Yeah, especially in a different city. So
yeah,
an unfamiliar city.
Yeah, you catch the vibe. You know who you know what I mean? You've been dealing with somebody for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You know who you vibing with sometimes.
You know what? I haven't heard from Mean Gene. I haven't seen him on in a while.
Gene commented on one of my videos earlier today. Like not too long before we went live. And like I messaged him back, or I responded to his comment, and I told him that I thought the corona got him. I mean, the virus got him. Technically, you're not supposed to say that. So I thought the virus. So we won't call it by name. We thought the virus got him. So
remember when you was real sick? You was like, man, because I was sick like a week before you was sick. Remember that? And when I did my junkyard video, I just posted. I was just coming out of that, but that was like a couple weeks back. My voice was gone. I remember you were sick. You was like, "Man, this has been like one of the worst colds."
Yeah.
I wonder if we were just more robust and came through it and made it.
I mean, it's really not. It's not killing like everybody. Like it's like, and that's when they said that it like kind of originated was like back in October, November, and back in December. Like I felt like I was going to die. Like it was bad to the point where like I don't know. I probably took a break. It probably didn't seem like on the outside I took a break, but I took a break.
He went and started dropping them uploads. Like
yeah, you know, I still have them in the chamber. I was like, thank God I have them in the chamber. Boop. Like, but yeah, like it was a time back in December that was just like, yeah, like I felt like shit. And a lot of people I have been saying or seeing have been saying like, hey, if you were sick back in like November, December, like, and they didn't know what it was. Like, yeah, that was probably the coronavirus. I mean, the virus that is formerly known. The virus formerly known as Stevie. But yeah, so
Yeah, man. Definitely check on your people, though. Check on your people. But yeah, man. Now that I got my little my little Xbox up, I seen you add me on Xbox. I'm going to get on there.
yeah, I might have to I might for $20, I might buy that game.
Yeah, that's
okay. Which one?
2K on Xbox.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't really play it.
I'm on it.
Yeah, my Xbox is upstairs, but I mean, for $20, I ain't tripping. Hell, I could even play it on Game Pass, and be like $10 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Because Game Pass was charging me, but I was like, nah, I don't even play it like that, so y'all can stop.
I literally bought it for this stay at home because I would
yeah.
I could be I would be forced to work on my project.
No,
Lord forbid that you do that.
Right.
I mean, your project basically done.
I switched up my intake and stuff, and I got a video. I'm gonna drop.
That's 8 bolts.
You know what? You think it's 8 bolts until you start doing your injectors, your intake, your water pump. It becomes like a lot more, and then the fuel line is like.
Oh.
It's a video. It definitely is a little bit more. Like I had to do a water pump. Man, y'all just check video coming eventually.
Eventually. He said not soon, but eventually.
I'm just saying if I build 2 complete motors before I see a car finish.
Oh no.
Come from bare block.
Move it under its own
complete
power.
Rebuild. 2 engines.
I drove it down my driveway once, but I got some stuff, man. I'm about to do some stuff. Remember, I showed y'all the floor shifter.
Yeah,
this is some stuff about to happen. I wanted to go back to the lab and I just wanted to make it more, I didn't like how it was set up. Really, I just wanted to make some adjustments.
So, right.
Yeah, that's why I'm going down to the skeleton, basically.
Yeah. The G body, man, it's tight. As LS is about to go and you about to go, we all got G bodies too. That's crazy. We all got G bodies.
Well, what year is it, Regal?
Mine's an 87.
Oh, okay, so mine's a 4. Okay.
84. What year is your Cutlass?
86.
Oh,
86.
I have a 72 also.
You have a 72 also. That's the
Cutlass.
Okay, so that's
it's not G body.
A body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, man, you'll see when you it's just weird the way that I don't know what transmission you're gonna use. That might make a difference too, because my O2 sensors on my headers are hitting where my shifter linkage is, and it was just bound up.
Well, you're assuming I'm gonna have headers on that set.
Well, I'm talking about LS. I don't know. I know you're doing. I know you're doing a turbo on something.
I mean, there's 2 sides. If he's talking about his shift linkage, that's the driver's side, not the passenger side. Passenger side is where your turbos
might not be going that
crossover though. If you do a turbo, it's still gonna be a crossover right there. It's gonna make a turn. Well,
unless you go towards the front.
If you go towards the front, you're gonna have no problems. No problems. I mean, but are you gonna want to keep a column shifter in that event of having a turbo?
Nah, floor.
You gonna do floor?
Yeah.
I would have kept it. I would have kept my column shifter because I was just trying to keep it as cheap as possible. But
I mean, you can keep it, but it's still gonna be
oh, it's gonna be there. It ain't gonna work. It's gonna be like
you reminisce when you used to do this.
Yeah. What was the movie? What was it? The cop.
Oh, dummy shifter in there
with Martin when he was the cop, and they was both in the car going like this. Y'all remember that?
Was it called Cops?
No, it wasn't called Cops.
Hey, what's the name of that?
National Security.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh.
He's like, come on. They was in a school car.
71 Cutlass.
I got B.A. Brown going. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I seen that, Swaps. I seen you dropped it on Facebook. Make sure y'all go check that out if y'all follow Swaps and stuff on Facebook. He dropped that on Facebook. I don't know if did you drop it on YouTube as well? I know he messaged me and I was like, oh, check it out on YouTube. And he's like, no, it's on Facebook. So
yeah, because he's working on what, Birthday Brown?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got B.A. Brown going. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Man, y'all, motivation up here.
You know what? Unless I think me and your Regals, like my Regal and then the Cutlass are the same color.
They might be, actually.
They look like they're the same color.
This is more like a yellow beige, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what that one is.
Yeah. Mine's
It wouldn't be like uncanny. They both GMs, probably a GM color.
The shade
when you get a chance, check out the paint code in your trunk or on the door, see what it is. Because I plan to go back probably the same colors, just because. Matter of fact, that one that we saw at the track that had like the same wheels as my colors, they were just like 20s instead of 22s. I think either they were 22s with a smaller tire, or they were 20s. Just a smaller rim. I want to say they was 20s though.
Yeah, because LS kept saying, "That's my wheels. That's my wheels."
Hey,
it was my wheels. Those my wheels.
He kept saying,
"That means I can race, bitch."
My wheels.
That means I can go fast too.
Man, it makes you feel good when you see something that you try to put together actually working.
I've never been a convertible vert person.
No, I like them 240 volt verts, like the 240 SX, the convertibles.
Yeah. I mean, I ride it, but I don't think I want to own one.
I wanted one of those so bad, man. A 240 SX convertible with an LS swap. No. Back then it was an RB. I wanted an RB swap, which was on some import shit. But
yeah, I'm Chevy gang. I understand that talk.
I'm a diverse guy, man. I like it all. Like
240 RB.
Man, hey, there's a dude out here with
2J engines.
Hey, look, there's a guy out here with. Look, check this out. There's a guy out here with a dunk with a 2JZ swap?
Okay.
Yeah, it looks stupid to me. That little tiny engine, that big compartment.
Man, there's nothing small about it.
We almost done.
Heavy too.
I think it looked like I don't even know. It looks stupid to me. Like it's cool that he got it to work, but I wouldn't even want to open my hood like that.
Okay. Look at this, bro.
Was that a lock?
Hey. Shoot.
You don't put no little tiny engine on the dunk.
Man, you know about the 2J though, right? You
yeah
on the 2J.
I know about it. I mean, but I don't know about, like, I haven't ridden them. I've heard about them.
It would change your mind, man. The 2J is definitely
here. I ain't putting it in my.
It's up there. I'm not gonna sit here and act like.
So they put a 2J. So they put a 2J in a dunk.
Yeah.
Somebody
post a link.
A 4-banger motor in a dunk.
It's a inline six super engine. It's inline 6 too.
Look it up. You'll find it.
I mean, the 2J is no joke.
I mean, what did it put out horsepower wise? Because I know that in New York, because when I was talking to New York tonight in his chat, he was saying like he was going the LT4 was because the car is so heavy. So I know the Deuce and Quarters are heavy, but I know probably the next closest thing to that would be a dunk. So you telling me this little, huh?
I mean, his car pretty much the same as a dunk.
Yeah. So what is that 2JZ?
I've seen the car in person. That thing is long, huge.
So what is that 2JZ push?
Shoot,
horsepower wise.
I mean, like modified one. I mean, it's hard for me to give you a real answer on that, but usually these guys are making 1,200 on stock block.
Yeah, they're making over 1,000.
If you want to on a stock block.
On a 6-cylinder?
Yeah, inline. Hey, don't be that dude to get walked.
Supercharged.
Why am I wasting my time doing the LS swap when I can have 1,000 horsepower and better gas mileage? Looking at Nah, but I mean, I feel you though.
It's a dope build. It's just a lot more wiring than a
So
regular.
Jay-Z can do 1,000 plus horsepower.
Yeah, it's no slouch. I just wouldn't put it in my car. You know what I'm saying?
You know, everybody got their preferences. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all drive Fords.
No, if there's a place and there's a time where 6.0s don't exist.
Own Ford. Own a Ford.
And 2Js are plentiful.
Right.
It's not as cheap to get a.
So you paying for that horsepower? Because I mean, you can do 1,000 horsepower on a 5.3 bottom end.
But
yeah, but it's a lot safer on a 2J. Like it's just different. It's just different.
I'll sway.
It's just safer. I don't know how to explain it. But I
know when you say safe, like safe in what way?
Because they're already forged to begin with, because it's a turbo application to start.
Yeah. Okay.
See, to speak on that. That's the only thing I don't like about my build. That is a Gen 3 and doesn't have the thicker rods.
Well, that's easy though. You can get those.
Yeah, but it screws a lot of things up. You're better off on Gen 4.
Oh, just starting all the way over from a Gen 4?
Yeah, the Gen 4 rod.
Can you buy like aftermarket, like H-beam or I-beam?
You're fucking up your crankshaft balance. You're messing up the balance of the engine badly. You're doing more damage than good swapping.
Well,
I mean, I think I've heard people talk about like upgrading or swapping to different rods.
Right.
Like they're running.
You can do it. It's just
Gen
not
3, but Gen 4 rods and Gen 4 pistons and
yeah. Check out.
Yeah, but how long do they last?
I want to say.
I mean, I would think that they taking the shit out of the Gen 4 for it to be better, not worse.
Check out that 8x8.
If you balance everything,
check out that 8x8 build.
Get it machined, yeah. But these people ain't balancing; they just slapping them in there and blowing it up.
I don't even know if he made 1,000 on that 8x8 build, but he ran 8s in that on Sloppy Mechanics. I don't know if he made 1,000, but he ran 8s. Which I mean,
do you know the history of Sloppy Mechanics and his engines?
I know he blows up a lot of engines.
Exactly. So why would you follow the advice of someone who blows up engines? Who has thousands?
Because he eventually got it right. That's how
he did the basically all the guesswork for you. Like, okay, this works. I finally got it. You know what I'm saying?
But 5 engines later.
Right. People follow people who can afford to buy new engines like nothing and don't care what they do to it.
If they $100, like we're and $50, like y'all be getting them.
Yeah.
Like you and
not y'all. Him.
Yeah. At that
rim in the middle.
Yeah. The price is just a time thing at that point.
See,
you can spend $50 on pizza one weekend.
Yeah, I know. So like for me, I don't care about blow up.
Pizza Hut, get 2 larges and some wings. That's $50 right there.
Go. Yeah, but if you were a person that spent $1,200 to $1,500 on a 6.0, I would leave it, keep the rods and don't go turbo on a Gen 3.
Yeah.
But see, I'm not pushing.
They charge it like that. It's a dude who came into the store the other day. He was like, "Yeah, man, I went out to XYZ, name of the place, and I paid like $1,500 for the 6.0." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." You would have went to the junkyard, you would have got it for like $4 or $5. I mean, depending, like if you would have just went and like take it. You know, say that you already have like all the stuff you need for the engine and you just need the bottom end. Now, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? If your heads are still good or whatever, and you just need the bottom end of the engine, then yeah, that's a totally different story, and you can probably get it cheaper. But complete motor,
price for
like, now, he paid $1,300. He paid $1,300 for a long block, no accessories.
That's an idiot.
You know what else though, guys? Like to kind of go back to what you was.
I mean, I won't say that he's an idiot because, like, I mean, that's just.
I would drive 10 hours cheaper.
Yeah, that's how stuff that y'all have seen me go and price engines and price transmissions and price exhaust and stuff around here is just it's more expensive.
Well,
So you don't know what you don't know. Like if you don't know, you don't know.
But the funny thing is, you can go online and see the prices.
And there's guys
everybody ain't built to be a junkyard dog to go out there in the yard and get it themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get her and turn off the camera again.
No,
but check this out. Like some people don't even know
is sponsored by Hurricane.
Right? Some people don't know that.
I'm just saying, like, there are people that they don't want to build. They're not junkyard dogs. They won't go get it themselves. They rather pay somebody that has already had it pulled or pay somebody to pull it for them and then pay somebody to put it in. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Or you a Facebook.
Look at me. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Do your lane.
So classic.
This is the 3 DIY Brothers podcast, and we do it ourselves, okay?
Hey, classic. Only people with money can afford to get forged rods. Was it the coated springs, the hardened springs, and all that shit? I mean, those things ain't cheap.
It's not cheap, no.
It's not cheap at all.
Oh, is the rods forged or is the crank forged?
Yep.
Oh,
the rods are forged. Now the crank, you can get like I don't even know. I didn't even look at the price at the crank, but I know the crank ain't cheap.
Forged rods and pistons. I just did a Google search. $1,000.
Yeah.
Summit.
Yeah, but that's not including the piston rings. Not including the springs, the lifters.
Well, this includes piston rings, rods, and the pistons. Summit, $1,103.97.
So that's not including the block and the trans and all the money you're gonna have into it.
Oh yeah. I mean, you still gotta have you gotta already have the block and all that.
You know the $5,000 right there. You looking at realistically $5,000.
But I mean, that's for somebody that's really building their stuff up. That's not for people like me to have like 3 or 4 bills. Or
right. So like class like Dogmaster makes
vehicles,
makes his engine in like a month.
Yeah, I mean,
or a good night racing.
The best thing,
you definitely make all that money back.
I do believe there's people that pay more because they don't know that truck engines are basically what people are calling LS swaps. So they go out and buy a LS3 and not knowing. Some people they bought a LS3 not knowing they can get a 5.3. And I know they're not the same, they're not equal, but if they would have known, like,
they're not equal because the LS3 is better.
But some people might not.
What's he talking about?
The LS3 is better, but if you don't know that, like when people, like all your friends are getting LS swaps, like when you, like say you were a kid and all your friends were getting like BMX bikes, right, and you go out and buy this really expensive one because you didn't know that you could go get this mongoose for a lot cheaper. You know what I mean? They don't know. Some people don't know that people are really just putting truck engines in their car.
I like that analogy. Mongoose and BMX.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
I related.
Yeah. I did.
I did.
A mongoose joint. You know what I'm saying? My dude had a Haro. You know, it's just
I was stealing niggas pegs off their mongooses. Like, I don't have any pegs. I can't afford this. I'm gonna just take his fucking pegs. I'm riding around on the fucking 12 speed with pegs on it. Why, nigga?
Right.
A classic. The other thing about LS swaps, 90% of people aren't doing LS swap as their daily. You gotta think about that too. Like I met one guy in the junkyard. He did an LS swap on his Ford truck only because that was his first truck and that was his daily driver. So he put a LS in his Ford because it was cheap.
So, I mean, because they're everywhere and they're plentiful. You know what I'm saying? Aftermarket support is like off the chain. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just trying to daily drive some shit, like it is too easy to get an LS engine. And that's why when people say, oh, I'm trying to rebuild this 305 or do a 350 or for your daily, why wouldn't you just LS swap it? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because
like for me,
at the end of the day, like for your daily. I'm not talking about for your numbers matching car. I'm talking about for just something that you daily driving.
I can see if it's like a younger person, maybe their first car, that car is their daily. They get to work and get to school.
Right.
So, like I said, they were the first car they could afford. Probably might be a box Chevy, and the engine goes out, and then they see all of us on YouTube talking about LS swaps. So they're like, "Hey, I want an LS swap."
Do it, nigga. Yeah. Do it. Just do it. Because I mean, like in the end, like if like now, granted, like I mean, you trying to get the car back up and running, like as long as you don't like run head first into the first thing that you see, like if it's your daily driver and you just need to get something quick, then it might behoove you to go to a shop that does it on a regular. If it's your project, you know what I'm saying, or if you have another car, like, but I guess that takes away from daily driver.
Why is the picture for the podcast still the big show?
Well, that was the biggest thing that we were talking about, because we're covering stuff from last month, and then current events, and then going into what will be covered for next month, which is to be determined. You know what I'm saying? If anything at all. We will be back the last Saturday of the month, 7 p.m. The last Saturday of next month, April. What is it? Let me get y'all a date. So it'll be April 25th at 7 p.m. We will be back. Hopefully the virus that is formerly known as CV will not be here with us next month. But yeah, that part. But yeah, covering the big showdown, that current event is going on now, which is the virus, how it's impacting everybody and their bills and etc. And then what's the outlook for the next month or two. I think the biggest, like going forward, I think the biggest thing is that Whipfest did get moved to August.
Hey,
Whipfest got moved to August because that's the realest month. And that is the realest month in this bitch.
Hey,
that's my birthday month. So now it means that much more.
Will the cars be done?
Will the Cutlets be ready? Well, the Capri.
Fake news. No comment. No comment. Fake news. No comment. I mean, it does push it back. It does give me a little bit more time. I mean, of course, like I'm still keeping my Caprice deadline for June intact. Because it's really not that much more to do. But like for the colors, I don't know. I cannot tell you. The colors will still be started by the 20th of next month. So that's still going to happen. When it will actually be running driving, I don't know, because I'm still trying to figure out the rest of the drivetrain, which will be the transmission, drive shaft.
We just seen a picture of the transmission on your Facebook, though.
Did you see it?
Wait a minute. Hold up.
He must have been drunk when he posted it.
Yeah, we seen that, man. Was that a blue type?
No.
Okay.
The blue tarp does not contain any transmissions. You see how high that thing went? Yeah, there's no transmissions under the blue.
I did see that you was doing that dash though. That was dope.
Yeah. I actually gotta go get some more fleece.
Somebody else just watching
video coming eventually.
Yeah, because
video coming eventually. That's my video coming eventually. Yeah, I messed up a little bit.
Yeah, I just with the police and the fire
about that.
Do it, man. Do it.
But yeah, I gotta get some more fleas. I mean, I'll tell y'all here, like it was. Well, first of all, I didn't glue it down. Second of all, my dash is missing a whole lot less. My dash is missing a whole lot more material than most people that I've seen dashes that's been getting repurposed. So like some areas of the dash is down to bare metal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So having to go back and try to take or spray and glue it down the way it's supposed to be done, and I'm gonna give it a different try. Like I did the first test run today, and then I pulled the fleece off.
You saw
You put the
Tony got his on. Tony T.
No, it wasn't no emblems in there. Yeah, I watched Tony's video TNT Garage this morning, and I was like, I need to do this.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been talking about it all week.
To get it right.
Yeah, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. I mean, it really is a process. So next week, I figure if I do it a little bit every day, then I should be good. But like even the thing with like Tony's dash like looks a whole lot, because like when I sanded it, I probably went to the extreme a little bit, and yeah, I took that thing down. And it's now the dash in some places the dash is down to like you can actually see the metal inside of the dash. So I don't know if this is going to be a kill all end all, but I'm still going to try to go back, wrap it. But I do need to spray the adhesive on there so that it can stick to the metal and to the remaining material. The only thing that I foresee is that I probably have to build it up with a Bondo in some areas a little bit more than others to make sure that I get that smooth overall look and feel.
I mean, you just gotta get your own technique.
Right.
For example, like roofs. I've seen a lot of people who do roofs. They only tack weld like every couple inches, and then they fill it in with fiberglass. When I did mine, I stitch welded the entire roof. Like there's no holes, no gaps in mine. And like the roof is part of the original roof. It's part of the. They're all one. Compared to some people who they just tack weld and then they just fill it in.
So, I mean, it's I guess it's more than one way to
keep saying
skin a cat. No offense to the cat logo. It's more than one way to get the job done.
Well, cat doesn't mean kitty cat. So
right.
Wow.
No cats were harmed in this filming of this podcast.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I'll eventually. I was gonna go get some fleece today, but I was like, nah.
Hey, look,
I gotta go to work tomorrow anyway, so I'm good.
Hey, let's talk about this. The kind of so HP tuners.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dewan has HP tuner.
Yep.
I have HP tuner. You have HP tuner. Steve has HP tuner. But OC sent it off to LT Swaps.
You lying.
Mr. OC mailed it off to lt1swap.com to get it flat.
Flash?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, man. I mean, shoot.
When I saw the video, I'm like,
license, I would have just.
OC didn't do that. Y'all lying. Why you lying on OC like that? OC ain't do that.
OC said send out the pack to LT1 Swaps.
He sent it off the LT1swaps.com. Is that in the comments?
I mean,
yeah, he's in the comments. Because someone mentioned Fletcher in the computer. I'm like,
if it was only 85, I can't for 85.
It's the principle.
For 85 though, I mean, I can't blame him for that. LT1swap.com is very familiar with it.
Yeah, but see, and the thing is, and I've told people this before, like after you unlock or after you flash so many computers, I'm guessing that it unlimited locks you. And then you can do it for 75, 85, right? Yeah. Just like I know that Steve does. Steve did mine for 75. So you still got to play OC. Haha. But
Right. Yeah. You should've told him that,
You still pay $10 more, but I digress.
But
see, that $10 could have been like some switches or something. Like if that's what you're into.
Yourself.
But
that's the rule.
and that's the thing.
So 89 is asking for who wants to flash it for him. That's why I brought it up.
Shoot, I don't have the special deal. Like for me, it's a full. You still have to get a license. So,
for me, it's 150.
If Ellis don't want it, I say send it to Steve. Steve will flash it for you.
Steve got the best deal. It sounds like right now.
Because what Steve did that he bought the whole unlimited thing. Depending upon your computer number, don't quote me. Depending upon your computer number, he can probably do it for like 75, 85, $100. I don't know. Steve been blowing up, and he's officially a shop, and you know what I'm saying, his prices may differ. So don't take this as a quote from me. But I know originally back in the Gap, he did mine for 75. You know what I'm saying? So that may still stand, it may not.
Right. That stimulus came out, so things are different now.
You know what I'm saying? And niggas ain't got toilet paper. So I'm gonna need you to send me, I'm gonna need $100 for the credits and 2 packs of toilet tissue to flash your computer.
Hey,
but hey, listen.
On Instagram.
The move is this, though. The move is this: that the Terminator X looks hella sweet right now. Like the way it tunes is crazy. It's expensive, but that thing is no joke. I really want to try that out.
My boy. Shout out to my boy Prince here in Killeen, Texas, man. Prince was saying that just last night or yesterday, he put a harness on his computer, and the injectors were only firing when he first tried to start it, but they would not continue to run. I asked him, did he check his grounds? Asked him, was VATS deleted? He said yes to both of those things. I asked him, did he try a different computer? He said yeah. And the only thing to me in my head, like the harness doesn't do anything other than what the computer tells it to do.
Sends a signal, yeah.
So I was thinking, he said he tried 3 different computers. So I'm just curious as to what it might have been. And his response was like, oh man, I'm tired of fooling with it. I'm gonna save up for the X. And I'm just like,
$1,000.
Hey, listen,
that ain't even no option for me, man. I mean,
think about it.
I'm LS cheapo, bro. LS budget, or not cheapo, LS budgeto. You know what I'm saying? It's like I evolved with like a Pokemon. I went from LS cheapo to budgeto. You know what I'm saying? Now it's budget. So I'm not paying like if there is an option. I mean, it's the same thing like the harnesses from China. Like, yeah, it's $300, but bro, I can still go buy a harness for fucking $50, spend additional 20 on some connections and 5 hours of my time, if that, and still have a working harness.
You've already spent the time learning all that, though. Some of these dudes ain't spent the time to learn all that. So you spent that time, which, like you said, your time is valuable, right? This was a conversation from back in the day. You know how much your time is worth. You remember that? I remember.
Right.
But so like you already spent the time learning all that. But somebody brand new to the game, they don't have the connections to go get a computer cleaned up right away.
He told me to spell it, and I'll put it in the comments.
And then
Bajito, nigga.
You go to somebody with a tune. How much you pay for your first harness? How much you pay for your first harness?
Oh, I got. Well, I mean, I won't say that I got because it works. You know what I'm saying? It was wired. Like it was a speed density. I mean, there wasn't all those extra ass fuses, and it's like it was probably like everybody be like, "Oh, that's a mess." No, bro, it's like how there's all those positives or all those keons and all those all the constants, bro. Out of that harness that I bought from dude, it's boom, one wire for everything that needs constant. Boom. Like you don't even need an external fuse box. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already an inline fuse on there. It was boom. One for everything that needed constant power. Boom. One for everything that needed accessory power. and then the relays for the fans. It was 3 relays, one for the fan, 2 for the fans, fan 1, fan 2, and it was 1 for the fuel pump, and that was it. I mean, it was like I said, it's a clean. It was done cleanly. It was just a speed density one that was done without O2 sensors, and I need it.
But how much was it though? I mean, come on.
It hurts to talk about it.
Hey, you tried to dodge my question. How much was it though?
If I remember correctly,
6.
It was like $650.
Okay.
That was for the harness reworked and my computer flash.
Okay, that's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal.
But he still didn't use the harness though.
What?
Well, yeah. Now said harness is sitting. No, actually, it's sitting inside the colors.
All right, so a new dude come through.
I'll just sell that one for the same 600 or 400. I don't know. Like, I'll keep it. I mean, I don't know eventually what I'll do with it, but
yeah. But
the only reason I was running that one because that one is set up for a 5.360 or 5.34060. The only reason that I'm not using that one that I got from him, is the simple fact that I'm running 6.0 for 80. That's the only reason.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, man, if you starting off brand new, you don't have the connections. The LS Terminator X is not a bad deal. If you already don't have a computer, if you already don't have it chopped down, it's not too far away from what somebody would pay. I'm just saying, for a clean-cut professional customer service, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
She's like, what?
Hey, why is this not working? You can call them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, for that, I would say it's not a bad deal. Now, where's my sponsorship? No, but maybe like,
where's my sponsorship?
Hey, I need that Holly sponsor.
Nah, you supposed to ask for the sponsorship before you fucking endorse the shit out of their product.
Now it's free.
Hey, that's on his channel. They're gonna use my
unless
shit.
we delete it. This message will self-destruct.
We're gonna delete this shit. Can you run without O2s?
Can you right now swap? Oh, can you run? I said, can you right now?
You could if you had.
Nah, that's what it looks like, bro. Don't look at me like that.
You can run without it, right?
Now. He said he added a U in it. I took it as abbreviation for right now. He said, can you run swap without O2s? Yeah, my swap now is running without O2s, technically, because the computer's not reading for it. You know what I'm saying? But to tune it, you need to go back and put a wideband on it to dial everything in. But yeah, you can definitely run without O2s because the only thing the O2s do is adjust your, what do you call it? Your fuel trims.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you run the speed density, it'll run strictly off the map sensor, the manifold absolute pressure, and whatever table that you set inside of it. But you have to dial that in first before you can, you know what I'm saying, just run it without it. But it can be done because, like I said, even though mine has O2 sensors in it now, like technically they're not reading nothing. Like they're not even being used technically. They there, but they're there physically, but to the computer, they're not even being registered to calculate the fuel air mixture. It's running strictly out the map. But the computer has to already be tuned to run speed density. Now, if you're just taking a stock computer and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of the O2s, then yeah, it's gonna run like shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you were to get rid of the mass airflow sensor, because that's another thing. Like mine doesn't have a mass airflow sensor on it either. That harness that I got from Buddy.
But you got an air temperature sensor though, right? For your speed density?
No.
You about to get one though, ain't you?
No.
No? So you
that's why I redid the harness, because people were telling me, oh well, you don't have because the master for the trucks, the intake air temperature sensor is inside of the MAF. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the 2 wire.
So if I don't have a mass airflow sensor and I don't have O2s, people were like, oh, there's no way that your car can run accurately or the way that it's supposed to run without, you know what I'm saying, having that mass airflow sensor or the O2s. You know what I'm saying? Even the tuners was like, oh, well, you still need O2s because like we can tune it for you for this cold, like a certain temperature. Like we can tune it for you while it's 75 degrees, but if it goes up to 105 or down to a certain another temperature, then it's gonna run different. Yeah. Which is what prompted me and set me on the road to make another harness, because they were like, oh, because I went to a shop and the shop was like, oh, well, you know, well, we don't do them, but you should order one from PSI.
That's like 700 from PSI, something crazy.
No.
How much is a PSI?
Like $800 No.
Yeah. You might as well.
So I went to the junkyard. I spent $50, bought maybe like $10, $15, $20 worth of the, like, between the fuse blocks, the fuses, you know what I'm saying, solder, all that, to actually rework it. And I reworked one, and that's the one that's currently, well, actually, that first one that I did was the harness that I got from Outcast, which was originally for the 604 or 80. Once I found out that the 80 and the 60 plug was different, which I did not know, then I went to the junkyard and bought one off of 534 60 and reworked that one. So I have like two under my belt. One of them I know for sure work. We're going to find out if this other one, well, technically the first one should work. If the second one, yeah. I mean, it'll work. I don't have any doubts that it'll work. I mean, there were a couple kinks that I had to work out, but it wasn't nothing major to the point where I wired something backwards or something like that.
Dang, y'all got quiet.
I was finishing up a statement. Like, I was like, I didn't have anything else to say. I was like, boop.
Yeah, I'm kind of actually at this. That's kind of been my stalling point, is if I wanted to go speed density or if I wanted to use a mass airflow sensor, especially when I switched up the intake.
I mean, some people will say that for speed density, you don't need a mass airflow, but you still need the O2s. But the dude that did my harness said I didn't need either.
Yeah.
And technically, he's right, because the computer that's in even though my harness is like a full harness with mass airflows and O2s, that computer is not reading that mass airflow sensor or the O2s. So it's not using either of those to calculate the fuel air mixture, and it's running.
Yeah, as long as it's running.
It's different on turbo too.
Well, it's easier to go turbo with speed density. That's when people really, really want it. Is
right, because that's the one that's boost reference.
Yeah,
speed density is what a lot of people use when they're doing the turbo, is for boost reference. And I mean, and like, had I known all of this that I know now, well, I probably wouldn't have went and bought a harness from the dude. But like, but had I known this when I went, had he told me like, yeah, okay, this is set up to be. This is a harness that's set up with no mass airflow, no O2 sensors. Like, this is not a stock harness.
It's a race car harness, bro.
This is more for a right. Had he told me it was a race car harness, I'd be like, I need a regular harness. Like, I would have, I would just let him know. Like, yo, I need a regular harness. Like, I need a regular harness.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have been put in a position where people would tell me that I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, and because everybody's like, "Oh, you can't run without O2s," and I'm just like, "But my tuner, my harness guy said," like, I'm at the mercy of everybody else because, you know what I'm saying? And this was like years ago, so now speed density is a thing, and people are like, oh yeah, no math, no O2 sensor, that's a regular thing. But back when I had mine, it was like something that was foreign and unheard of. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. So
yeah, they was looking at you crazy, like, yeah,
what?
awkward. All right, brother.
Like,
We'll
oh,
call you
you
back.
need.
Yeah, we'll call you back.
They're like, yeah, oh yeah, we need to. Oh, bro, you need to take your harness back. You got. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. But come to find out, like that computer tune, like as of now, is the one that's running my box Chevy right now with no issues. The only thing that I didn't know that I had, like once I got them misfires and all those little issues taken care of, yeah, like it runs fine, no issues.
Yeah,
running, shifting, driving. It's that I could leave it just like that. I mean, I'm not. I mean, it might not be dialed all the way in to have like the best fuel efficiency or the most power or nothing like that. But like that's my daily. Well, eventually will be the daily driver where I'm just driving it to work and home. You know what I'm saying? That's not the one that I'm lining up at the lights on my beep beep beep. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the one that I'm doing that with. So
Yeah,
like it don't matter.
no, I'll take his one car.
It's like I'm like, God damn it! That goddamn Volkswagen got me turbo right now. That's what Loco wants to happen. Volkswagen Beetle beat my ass.
Yeah.
They don't see a box set. I mean, it doesn't. Nothing about it really screams like, "Hey, I got an LS swap." You know what I'm saying? It don't even have a cam in it. So,
Which one?
I don't the Caprice. So I don't think that it would. I mean that or the C10. Like I don't think either one of them will get like challenged, other than it just being an old car, and people are gonna want to see how it runs.
Sure. What you still got? Are you running manifolds or are you running headers on them?
On what?
On the C10 and the.
Well, the C10 has a long tube.
I mean,
long tube headers.
Still more than a typical.
Caprice has. Yeah. But I'm just saying, just by looking at the vehicle.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like you look at my seats, you look at my C10, like, oh, look at that old ass truck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You put the wheels on there and everything else. Get out.
Yeah, until I like would get on the gas or something, like they'll look at it like, oh, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Same with the box Chevy. Like most people that have an old school, they're not putting now, but unless you into the LS swap culture, you're not. A lot of people aren't just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or outside looking in, they're not just doing it. So,
right, they assuming it's a 305.
Yeah, it's 305, 350. Oh, he got an old school. Run it.
Yeah, I can hear that carburetor.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me make sure let me adjust my idle screws.
Right.
All right.
Well, shoot, man. What's we
August 1st, right? LS.
Yeah, August 1st for Texas Whip Fest. So if y'all did make plans for the June 7th reservations, anything, just move those reservations to August 1st. Not only did the date change, the location change. It's going to be in Ennis, Texas, at the Texas Motorplex. So,
wow.
Same place that the Big Showdown just happened at. The Texas Whip Fest is going to be there, which I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited. I mean, like it's a comfort in going back into like pretty much the same situation. Like, oh yeah, Whip Fest was here last year. I know pretty much how everything's gonna be set up. Everything, get a good spot by the dragway. But this year it's gonna be at Ennis, which I mean, it is beneficial because I was just at Ennis, but I'm pretty sure the Texas Whip Fest will be set up differently. You know what I'm saying, as far as the car, because there's with the Whip Fest, I mean, the car show is a big part of it, and then there just happens to be grudge racing at the end. know what I'm saying? There were like even at Whip Fest last year, there was not that many Mopars. So Cat Logo, please come back for the Whip Fest. I promise it won't be that many Mopars. Wow. That was like a Mopar, bro. It was like a Mopar overloaded. And I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, Dodge is cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, we are car guys. Like, even though we have our brand loyalty or our preference, got it. But, bruh, if I seen one more motherfucking Dodge pull up to that damn line and rev and go down, because if it's everything is, you know, stock, you know, I mean, people maybe have like different little mods or something, but like it's basically the same car. Like, no matter what color it is, what different way it's designed, or wheels or paint job or wrap, at the end of the day, it's still a 392, or it's still a RT, or it's still a Hellcat, or it's still a Demon. You know what I'm saying? It's still a fucking Charger or a Challenger. If you want to get real specific, it still boils down to them two cars, a Charger or a Challenger. I will say that the most impressive vehicle that I saw at the big showdown was that fucking Jeep Trackhawk. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. Shout out to that boy Cooley Be Coolin', because he was fucking hitting, bruh. You can hear him like down the track. Yeah. Shout out to Cooley Be Coolin' and SRT Bree, because they was shooting off down the track and like letting off the gas. Like, you know, you in a race, you on the gas the whole time, just all the way. No, they down the track, down at the end after they done already gapped their ass.
SRT Bree was on live while racing dude, and like the first 5 seconds, she let off the gas on live.
Right, but it was good. Like I said, that the Trackhawk is impressive. It is unlike any other Dodge, Mopar, Jeep, whatever you want to call it, whatever family Fiat that you seen out there that day. That was the baddest Fiat that I saw. Yeah. The track,
all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive. 1,200 crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, because I think there were 3 Trackhawks. There was a red one too. I don't know who red one that was.
Yeah, I was definitely impressed. Like, I mean, I've seen him, you know, because Tall Guy was probably like Tall Guy Car Reviews. Was probably like the first one that I knew to have one. Like when he had his for the amount of time that he had it. But like to see it in person, bro. To see it in person. To see Cooley and SRT Bree take out down the track, bro. I'm talking now. This is SRT Bree. This is Life is GQ.
In a Hellcat.
in a hell yeah. GQ is in a Hellcat. The 80,000. I mean, I don't know how much the Trackhawk is, but they probably up there.
Yeah.
Trackhawk probably a little bit more because it's an SUV.
Like 94.
Is SRT Bree? Has she been around for a while, or did she just kind of pop up recently?
She's been.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
like in the Mopar world, like I just figured out about her probably like
YouTube 2 months.
Dang.
And she has like crazy
76K.
Yeah, but she has like 3 or 4 channels too.
Oh, okay. So she ain't new.
Oh yeah,
YouTube. She just knew. She just started a car channel recently.
Yeah, that was
her car channel is like 2 months old, 2-3 months old.
But she
like
already
70,000. But she had a city following for a long time. Like that's like a streetcar guy finally going on social media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like people already know you now. It's like, all right, boom. Now I'm on now this is where y'all can follow me.
Buy my merch.
So the city gonna follow you. Yeah. So what's good shit? But yeah, man, shout out to both of them. Them Trackhawks.
Damn.
Because a lot of people you see,
man.
A lot of people you see who had a channel for like a month or two and then get like almost 100,000 subscribers is because they came from like they were on like another large channel.
Or they already had a big platform.
Yeah, someone who they were associated with already had a big platform. But I think in her case, Everybody knew her from Atlanta
I
on the
got
street.
you. Oh, she had a big Instagram already too.
Yeah, her Instagram was popping.
I got you. And they was like, oh, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
There's a lot of guys on Instagram that I keep telling them to go on YouTube and they haven't done it yet.
Man, YouTube is a grind compared to the other platforms.
Instagram is easy. You just hit start, basically.
Yeah, YouTube, I mean, it's like you being criticized from your quality of your content, as far as the video, the sound. It's just a longer game. It just feel like.
Yeah.
Are you talking about YouTube?
Yeah, it just feel like it's a longer move compared to like Instagram. Instagram is just like pictures. You can do videos, but you can get away with pictures. You can throw music on there with no copyright. You know, it's just like that's cool. Like if you can throw a little mixtape together real quick of you doing something, it just with some hidden music, people might just replay it for that song they like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh,
I think a lot of people like, because I think my Instagram started growing after I started putting like LS7Y254 on Instagram, like in my YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying, a lot of people from YouTube, I can say like, oh, he has an Instagram. Like Instagram, I think is also like a way to kind of better like directly connect. You know what I'm saying? They can message you there. You can put like multiple posts. You know what I'm saying? Like
my YouTube, my Instagram is not large.
I mean, my Instagram is only, I don't even know, cause I don't really keep track of my numbers over there like that. Like I'd be more focused on like my subscribers.
Nothing compared to my YouTube.
I feel like my YouTube is just. I mean, my Instagram is like.
Yeah, I know that I don't have 6,000 followers on Instagram. That I do know.
It's just like mine. I feel like mine's just an extension of my YouTube page. Like it's the message center. It's my inbox. It's literally my inbox for the YouTube page.
For the YouTube channel.
Yeah, because like I don't want to add everybody to my Facebook page. You know what I mean? Like my Facebook,
right?
Facebook,
and that's part of the reason why I did go ahead and make a LS7Y254 like fan page on Facebook, because I did start to see that a lot of people that like are friends of Locos or friends of Steve's. You know what I'm saying?
And most
they're
people
like, oh,
like
he's friends with Cat Loco. Then they see my face and they recognize, like, oh shit, that's LS. And now they add me, and it's awkward. Like, and I don't want to be like rude and not accept their request, but I mean, at the same time, I really don't want to mix. I already got a shitload of people that I don't talk to on Facebook.
Right, I'm just not trying.
I don't want to complicate it or flooding more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's Facebook is for my personal Facebook is pretty much like for my army buddies, you know what I'm saying, schoolmates, you know what I'm saying, family and friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's about protecting your family.
Outside of that, like I mean, because I really don't even like. I mean, I might post something car related on there every once in a while, but like it was never my intent. Because like I mean, that's where I do most of my promoting for my photography business. So technically, I don't necessarily want to be like, hey, I'm working on cars. They're like, okay. So like say that I do a photo shoot one day and the next day I'm working on cars. The person that I did a photo shoot like, oh, why you not working on my photos? You out there working on a car. And I'm just like, I wouldn't want that conflict to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they waiting on their photo album and you like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm in the garage turning wrenches and shit. So I wouldn't want that to be an issue. You know what I'm saying? Even though there is a grace or a waiting period, I mean, my turnaround is not next day. You know what I'm saying? It's 5-7 days. So, but you can see where it might be an issue of like a delay or, you know, I just don't want to mix the two worlds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a photographer on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I have now made a LS7Y254 page. You can follow me there. I have an Instagram. Like I already turned my personal Instagram into LS7Y254. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm not giving them my Facebook too. You know what I'm saying? So if you need to reach me, you can hit me on Instagram, hit me on the Facebook page, or comment on the videos. Hell, I even made a fucking Twitter for fucking LS Rod 254. So like it's so many ways. It's 3 other ways to reach me and an email. So there's no reason for you to hit me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? lsrod254@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? Or you can hit me on Twitter at lsrod254. Or you can hit me on Instagram at lsrod254. Or on YouTube. So it's too many options for somebody to just be like, I need to be your friend on Facebook too.
Check out OC comment.
I posted a video I wouldn't play with Sam. You could have just said you ain't want to accept my friend request. Jeez. All right, Archie.
No, but for real, I would definitely. It's just easier to.
Yeah, I mean, because like even I feel like I made a mistake with my photography business as well. Just mixing in like random customers or inquiries to my personal Facebook page when technically they should have been directed to my business Facebook page. Because like I mean, technically we're not friends. I mean, yeah, technically we're not friends. Like the only reason that you reached out to me is because you know that I did pictures. Somebody told you about me, etc., and here we are. So,
Hey, Ellis has a good question for you there.
I've been watching a bit. I just bought a wrecked Nissan Frontier and wanted to document the repairs and upload it to YouTube. What editing software do you use? I personally use Final Cut Pro. There are a lot of other options. What happened?
You have videos for it.
I got what?
You made videos on that, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I think I did. So there are other alternatives. There are free alternatives and paid alternatives to editing, whether you're on a Windows computer or a Mac. For the Macintosh people, I would definitely recommend Final Cut Pro X. I know I use it. Loco uses it. I don't think that Dewan does because he's on. Yeah, he's on Windows. But I know that me and Loco use Apple, so we use those. But the concept is the same. I don't think that one is necessarily better than the other. It's just, it's like you pick your poison, just whichever one. Like if you use Chevy, then you use Dexron, you know what I'm saying, for your coolant. If you use a Ford, you use like Go5. You know what I'm saying? It's just, this one is for this set, this is for the other one. But yeah, start out with something free till you get familiar with editing, Windows Movie Maker or iMovie if you use Apple, and just get familiar with it, get a style going, and then from there, when you're ready to pay for the software and you feel that it's beneficial, then move up.
Yeah, let's say Windows Movie Movie Maker. I believe that's free, and then like paid version. Eventually, you want to go Adobe Premiere. That's like the equivalent of Final Cut Pro X on Mac. And then the free version, like you said, if you have an iPhone or Mac, it's iMovie. iMovie's free with Apple.
And then there's this other one that the guys are using. I think it's like, what is it? KineMaster or soming like that.
Yeah, KineMaster.
Oh yeah, KineMaster.
That's I think like on Android.
Yeah,
well,
no, you can use it on Apple too.
Oh,
I had it.
Okay.
I had it, and then I was like, nah, I'm good. I mean, I just don't like editing from my phone. I was like, I'll record some footage from my phone, but I'd rather just, because then at the end of the day, I'm not gonna upload it from my phone, so there's really no need in me editing it from my phone to set it to process from my phone. So I'll just record, like sometime when I'm out, I'll record some clips. You know what I'm saying? If I'm at the junkyard or whatever, record some clips on my phone, and then I'll integrate them into a video that I ultimately edit on my computer.
Yeah, I really like Premiere. It is a little bit more than probably I should have started with, but there's some big channels that's made it big with just iMovie. Like I know Tall Guy. It seemed like he had been using iMovie. Okay.
It's more about the content and the creativity. Well, I'll say the content and the creativity, your personality that's going to shine through more than anything else when it comes to a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying you could be fucking a boring YouTuber, monotone, no energy in your videos, but when you go out and buy the software, it's not going to give you any of those things that you're lacking. It's just going to be and if you don't know how to properly use the software, it's not going to necessarily improve the quality of your videos either. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you learn about frame rates. It's lots of YouTube videos, lots of channels that specify and they pinpoint, just camera settings and getting the best image quality out of your video, etc., etc. I watched some of them, and as a photographer, some of the stuff I already know, but there are a lot of resources out there to where if you're trying to learn this stuff, then you're able to. So,
and the biggest tip I would give is just stay out of the wind.
Yeah, and there are microphones that you can buy that have dead cats. The dead cats are like just little fuzzy thing. I was surprised how well it worked. You know what I'm saying, if you're starting just on the phone, then yeah, stay out the wind. But if you have any kind of type of external microphone, I would definitely recommend getting a dead cat because it will literally eliminate the sound of the wind.
That's so crazy too. I need one of those. Even my little boom I bought, the little one I got off Amazon, it don't have a dead cat on it. It's got the foam. It just goes quiet when the wind comes. It's it don't delete the wind noise completely.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that video, the Rode, because what I have is the Rode Video Micro, and I use that on top of the GoPro. I use it on top of that my Canon T3i, and I have a different one on that M50 that I just bought, but the result is all the same. The one on the Rode Video Micro Pro, it's a lot bulkier, but it still kills the sound. I haven't had any issues out of the one I have on the M50, and that one is not as fluffy and whatever, but it still takes care of it. Well, I don't know. The one on the M50, I don't know if that's technically a dead cat. The other ones are all fuzzy and shit, so it's yeah, that's killing anything that come through. The other one got some little foam looking stuff on it, which I guess kills the wind as far as I know.
Yeah, mine is like this. Let me see. Is yours kind of look like that?
How did it? Yeah, matter of fact, it looks almost identical to that. That's the Takstar one, right?
Yeah, that's the Takstar. I think $20. I don't know what it costs anymore, but I bought it.
But yeah, it's similar to that, and I haven't had too much issues yet. But yeah, the portion that's covering the microphone, that's exactly what it looks like.
And these aren't very expensive, man. You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to spend a ton of money.
You can get them for the low.
Yeah.
You can get them for the low. They had $20 options. I think the one that I found, or the one that came with my camera when I bought it, I think after I looked it up, was a $50 option. I think that Rode Video Micro that I purchased for my GoPro was $60. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really. You can get quality audio without breaking the bank. Because if you think about it, you spending $60 one time, or $50 one time, or $20 one time, but that microphone is gonna last you X amount of videos. You know what I'm saying? And say that you buy the $60 one versus the $20 one. The $20 one may be prone to break faster than the $40 or the $60 one. So after you bought two of the $20 one, you still kind of would have, you might as well just kind of bought the $60 one. Yeah. So But it's all up to you. Like I said, you do it within your budget. Some people don't want to make that leap until like they're actually making money from the platform. And I understand that, but at the same time, like you gotta spend money to make money.
Right. For sure, man. I
You
don't know
gotta spend
what you
money to
plan
make
on
money.
doing. How long you plan on staying on tonight?
Nah, we finna ride this thing on up, man. We already went over, but with this whole epidemic going on, I figured that we'll run it a little bit longer. Because I mean these are issues that are affecting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Our viewer bases and everybody is affected by it. So I mean, I know that we did run a little bit longer, but given the circumstances that everybody's cooped up, I wasn't really tripping. But
Right.
yeah, I got to be at work in the morning, so yeah, we can go ahead and wrap it up. We've been on here what
2:20.
like almost 2.5 hours.
I appreciate everybody that came
We
through.
usually try to keep these to about an hour, so we'll call this like an extended version. But yeah, once a month. Next one will be April 25th, 7 p.m. Right on Dewan Brooks' channel. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him. Had that notification bell on. Of course, we'll try to we try to we always last minute it. I'll try to start putting out the promotional content or the marketing like a week, like that Monday. But I mean, it really just creeped up on us because like I think Friday I was live and then somebody asked like, "Yo, what about the 3 DIY brothers?"
Yeah,
Like they died from coronavirus.
Man.
But no, man, we still here. We still got this joint effort going on, man, and just pushing forward.
I think it's
With this joint
too,
venture, and people, the fact that people are asking about it, man, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, 3DIY brothers, like, what I'm saying, for some people it might just be something to be like, oh, Logo LS and Dewan is doing something. Them niggas, they was live. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
the fact that they was asking, where are the 3DIY brothers? Like, it was a good feeling. So
we might
last Saturday of the month, 7 p.m. is gonna be the times that we aim for. Primarily probably like Saturday or the Sunday before, like that episode. We'll try to, be a little bit more better about, giving y'all the alert, letting y'all know that, hey, we are going to do it this Saturday. I know that a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on, especially amid the crisis that is upon us.
Yeah,
so we appreciate y'all taking time out of y'all special special day, or you could have been asleep or taking a nap, or you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate it.
And yeah, maybe we're gonna have some other things coming along soon. We haven't really talked a lot about expanding the brand or whatever, or even starting a channel, but that came up tonight. We're gonna toss that stuff around, and who knows? We may. I kind of like the pace at one show a month. I think it's good. It's not overcooked, but we're gonna try some stuff. So
yeah.
Look out.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it does. Maybe we can all put like a poll out there, like, hey, do you think 3DIY brothers need his own YouTube page? I mean, pretty much it just bounces back between each of our channels. But in the event that we did just make it like the 3DIY brothers podcast and created a channel for it, do you think that would be good for us, bad for us? Y'all let us know down in the comments section below, and we'll see what we can do about making it happen. I think on our end it probably wouldn't be too much more. I think more than anything it would kind of help direct the traffic and get everybody here. You know what I'm saying? That way it's not bouncing between the channels. You know what I'm saying? While the initial thought was, yeah, if we bounce it around the 3 Prime members channels, like people will follow to each channel and subscribe and everything like that. But sometimes, if they turn the notification bell on for one but not the other, then they don't catch the podcast and whatever. So it could be a good idea.
I'm just thinking because like
that from y'all.
I'm just thinking just because people may be looking for just podcasts on YouTube, just something to listen to while they're doing whatever, and if they see like a talk show type podcast, I think they'd be more likely to subscribe, and they know to expect a podcast every month or every
because
changes. You know what I mean?
Because
they may not be into junkyard videos or LS swaps.
Right.
Whereas if they got one channel where it's specifically
definitely how y'all. That's definitely how you get them. One a month. Sometimes it might be an hour. Sometimes it may be 2.5.
But I'm with Cat Loco saying
more so on the 1 hour side, but yeah, I definitely understand like just niching down so that it's not a misconception. So between now and the next time that we all are together, we're gonna put some things in motion. Like I said, I have a little bit of knowledge of it, so we're gonna see what we can work out. However, I don't know exactly how it would work, but we'll work out the details. But hold on one second.
But yeah, Loco, I think it's a pretty good idea, man. For the simple fact, like you said, it like on my channel, like last week or a couple of days ago, I was playing 2K. Well, if they tuned in for the podcast and I'm playing 2K, they're gonna be like, "What?
Yeah, what's this?
What is this?" What? I'm at the picnic at my son's karate graduation or something. They're like, "What is this?" But yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. You hear me?
Dustin said I would love to listen to this. What was that?
I was just saying, like, how I was playing 2K the other day, and if like one day I'm filming my son's graduation from karate, they're gonna be like, "I thought this was the podcast channel." You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get freaked out, and they may unsubscribe.
Right.
So I mean, I can see what you're saying. Like,
right.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, being that this is like I said, I from what I know or what I think I know, it shouldn't be too hard to put together. I've kind of looked into it a little bit, but not really all the way. Because like I said, everything that I've been pretty much doing have been solo ventures, so it shouldn't be too hard to pull off. I mean, we will be starting from the bottom, but I mean, it'll be a beautiful thing for us to see how this collectively grows.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other side. Like you have like a starting point to see the interest level of doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can throw the poll on the Facebook.
Audience.
We throw it in there because a lot of our guys are in there. I mean, you can do polls in your community tab, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'll throw it on here and to be like, I'll ask them like, should we create a soul channel? Should we create a channel for 3DIY brothers?
A dedicated,
yes or no?
Yeah, dedicated channel.
A dedicated channel for 3DIY brothers. If they say yeah, cool, we'll do it. If we say no, then we'll keep bouncing around. Well, no, if y'all say no, we still might make a dedication.
Right. We still might do what we want to do, but we still.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want nobody to be disappointed. Like, I mean, we still might. If that's what we think will be the best moving forward for the podcast, then that's what we'll do. But we do want to have y'all input. So
we'll definitely consider it.
Only
who was the dude? Was it Orion? Is that the dude name? What was that group of that car group of guys? Orion and I'm trying to think of the name of the channel. But there's people that do it all the time where it'd be like 3 or 4 people, or even Goon Squad. I mean, that's one channel, but it's 2 people.
Yeah.
Do they have separate channels between each other, like, or are they just that one?
If they did, they would be richer than they are now.
You know, some of these dudes, you really don't even know they got several channels. You turn around, you be like, dang, I didn't know that. CJ on, well, not CJ, but like Corey, this dude got like 5 channels.
Yep.
Life of Corey.
Yeah, he got like 5 channels. He got a family channel,
got like
everything.
If you look at a lot of these people that are doing, their wives are starting channels too and springboarding off of their husband.
Might as well. I mean, that's just, it's a layup. Like, here's the assist. Boom.
Like if you support me, you support my wife. You know what I mean? That's like, if you rock with me, you're gonna rock with my wife.
Right. It's like the, Love and Slim. I mean, if you eating and you are on this other channel, people are gonna migrate over. Mm-hmm. If they don't like the lovey-dovey stuff, they just ain't gonna watch that. But more than likely, they're gonna rock with you and at least go sub.
But see, not only do they do their wife channel or spouse channel, then they do the family channel also. So you have 3 channels.
Yeah, you had 3 already.
Like Steve. Like Steve has what, 3 channels?
The Davis family channel, and then his wife has one, and then
they
has
got 4.
his.
And then
it's 4. Because his daughter has
one too.
My son has one, and then I had like a fitness one. Obviously, I'm not in shape, so.
Hey, you can still start from start somewhere.
Yeah, maybe we'll do the quarantine workouts. I don't know.
So your final.
They're like, ways to work out. You can't get to the gym, so hey, this is a way to get out.
I mean, people like
transportations.
Yeah, if I was to just lean up or something, that would be dope. But I would have to try though.
I don't care.
You were trying a little bit. You're showing your lunches and.
Oh yeah, he was.
Hey man, y'all don't make fun of me, man.
I packed lettuce sticks today.
Come on, man. I'm for real though.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Tomorrow, man. For real. I need, like, the thing is, I actually need to do something like with my health. I need to do something. That's the thing that's actually, like, I don't need to build my car. Like, I really need to do that. That's something that I should be focused on. But I'd rather get my project done.
Right. Anything other than
eat better.
Yeah, change the way that I eat.
Yeah.
What I mean? I like to eat. You like to eat. Everybody likes to eat. I want to eat what I want to eat.
People gain weight with quarantine. I guarantee that. Man, because when you home alone or you home bored, you just want to snack. So now it's hard not to snack out of boredom or eat out of boredom.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like these summer bodies look different.
Hey, summer body.
Gyms are closed. All the fast food delivery are free.
Like, is that your summer body?
They're gonna be like, well, the gym's closed, man. Sorry, next year.
Yeah.
This is my
food delivering free.
This is my COVID-19 summer body.
Half off.
My summer body get to about wearing a basketball jersey, and that's about it. It's like I'm wearing a basketball jersey, and that's because it's hot.
I'm about to order this onesie.
Shoot. I'm the dude out there with the grill and the towel, cooking with the basketball jersey on. That's what I do. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Hey, comfortable. I'm just trying to get comfortable, man. But yeah, man, this is our March episode. You got me. I'm gonna head off of here.
Yeah. Let me do the closing words of wisdom or motivational words.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today's motivational, inspirational words, because I try to change it up for here versus like on my channel.
This is your
It's
channel.
not coming. But I mean, for the podcast though, like, this is a different. Even though this episode is on my channel, like I treat it like it's being that this episode is a 3 DIY brothers. I treat it differently. So today, motivational words are going to be: look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. And that was said by Stephen Hawking.
Poetry.
It's lit. It's lit. Yeah, man. Like I said, we really do appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all look out for that poll. I'm gonna be putting up on my community page whether we should do a independent channel. If we do decide to go ahead and do it, I mean, we have enough time, so we'll run this for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we'll run a poll. I'll go ahead and get that up, and then after that, we'll take our calculations and we'll make a decision based off what we wanted to do anyway, and then we'll create. Because I really think it's going to lead towards making our own thing, but we still, like I said, we still want y'all's input. So we'll get that poll up, and probably in 2 weeks, you look out for the link for the 3 DIY Brothers podcast. Say it like that.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Eventually.
I feel it in my shanana. Yeah, like, and I think it would be better to go ahead and establish it now versus like
once we get real good traction.
I don't know, because I think that it will pick up. Like, as long as we like bring our audience that we already have with us, and they already subscribe to the channel, then I think we should.
We're gonna definitely do that, bro. It's definitely. I mean, if we market like we've been talking about doing, like if we like not just on our platform of YouTube, but like the way on Instagram and Facebook, because it's a podcast. It's not.
I mean, I think that we could still. I mean, I think like I don't think that we necessarily have to make an additional like Instagram page and all of that for it.
No,
but
not yet.
We were to like, if we all three like be like, hey, this next coming Saturday, 3 DIY Brothers podcast on YouTube. I'm saying you push it like you don't even belong to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the logo don't have none of our face on it. It's just, hey, 3 DIY Brothers podcast. If you're in the automotive, if you're an automotive enthusiast, you'll love this podcast, and we'll push it out to people, and they will follow, and then they'll be like, hey, you're the guy that told me about it.
Yeah,
gotcha, bitch.
Bro, it's gonna catch traction. I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
It may not be right away, but I feel like it. You know how you said, we're not gonna do an Instagram page. Maybe sometime down the line, it may become a brand. It may become a brand where you need to, because of messages and stuff like that.
Is. Yeah. I mean, technically it already is. Like,
yeah,
if we finna make a whole YouTube channel for it, it's a brand already.
Right.
So like with taking the step to make it a YouTube channel, like all that other shit really just comes in hand with it. Twitter, Instagram, like, but within running the brand, it's a lot more like on those, being on all those social media outlets, like it takes more work, you know what I'm saying, more people to manage those, to keep people engaged and to grow them, etc., etc. It's one thing to have them, but to actually grow them, cultivate them to be, to grow the whole overall, then I mean, it's gonna take work.
Yeah. So,
and I know that we already all have our individual channels.
It's gonna be big, bro.
That's why we're trying to.
I know it's like right now once a month, but when we get off here, I'm gonna have a conversation with you guys, but I think it's gonna be a quick one if you guys are cool with that. But I think it's gonna be bigger than we just gotta get serious with it. Like it can be a lot bigger than we want it to than what it is right now.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
Oh shit! I clicked the wrong thing. In